Station or Odyssey.
The preceding program has been pre-recorded.
Ben and Woods on the Fan.
So I just can't stop watching Woodsy just chomping on a pen for 3 straight minutes.
That's just what I do. We're also on Twitch.
Appropriate for someone who's fidgety.
Your radio nickname.
Twitch. Hey, Booger and Twitch.
WFN and KWFN HD1 San Diego.
This is Jake Cronenberg.
And the Padres in front. It's 5-3.
The Padres play here on San Diego's #1 sports station, 97.3 The Fan and Odyssey Sports Station. This program is sponsored and produced by Let's Talk Hookup. Opinions and offers expressed during this program are not those of Odyssey or 97.3 The Fan. Sometimes they tell some pretty hefty fish stories. We don't know if they're true or not.
And now, it's time for Southern California's sports fishing voice. Let's Talk Hookup. For the next 2 hours, join Pete Gray, Rock Cod Rick Maxa, Cory Sanden, and this week's special expert guest for fishing information, new techniques to catch more fish, and the most current scoop on what's happening in the water. Let's Talk Hookup is sponsored in part by Ford, the official truck of Let's Talk Hookup, and Shimano Rods and Reels. Fish with the best. Shimano. Get ready for the fastest 2 hours on radio with the hosts of Let's Talk Hookup, Pete Gray, Rock Cod Rick Maxa, and Cory Sanden.
Good morning, anglers, and welcome to Let's Talk Hookup. Man, do we have a great show today. Pete Gray out of the studio today, but you got Cory and I hanging out talking fishing with you, and today is going to be a very fun one. We got Captain Bruce Smith from East County Bait and Tackle. Bruce has a fantastic guide service, and lots of us had lots of fun fishing saltwater over the years, Bruce. Today's just going to be a great show. Lots of fun, talking fishing, talking some freshwater fishing and more. You stay tuned. You're listening to Southern California's Sport Fishing Voice. This is Let's Talk Hookup on the Let's Talk Hookup app, Facebook and YouTube Live, and 97.3 The Fan.
The best just got better. Shimano is proud to introduce the all-new Talica 20A and 25A reels. The Talica series is Shimano's flagship 2-speed lever drag reel. It sits at the very pinnacle of the offshore world. The Shimano's Talica success is driven by its durability and spec attributes, allowing the series to differentiate from other lever drag reels within the market. The Talica is built around a cold-forged machined aluminum one-piece frame. The all-new Talica 20A and 25A now boasts Infinity Drive. Infinity Drive employs 2 drag washers housed in the side of the reel, allowing for an ultra-smooth, powerful drag system, while at the same time increasing winding power under a load as much as 40%. There's also a new lower low gear. If your utmost concern is performance without compromise, Talica 20A and 25A are the reels for you. Available now at your local Shimano dealer.
Hey, it's time for the 30-second Power Pro seminar. Here's the hot tip for those of us that like to fish with small reels for big fish. Fill your spools with Power Pro Max Quattro. It's 25% thinner than standard Power Pro. That means you're going to get more line on that small reel. Plus, you can fly line your bait more effectively. Here's another tip about Power Pro Max Quattro. Your casting distance will increase in addition to increasing your spool capacity. So downsize your tackle and use Power Pro Max Quattro. Check powerpro.com for more information.
Inside information is everything when it comes to catching fish in Southern California. You need a code group to connect with what's happening on the water. FishDope.com is your code group. Inside information available at your fingertips 7 days a week, 24 hours a day. FishDope.com really does help you catch more fish and burn less fuel. FishDope.com is the only fish finding service with a spotter plane, along with a crew of top anglers on the water almost every day that report actual locations and catches. They become your code group. You get daily catch reports from Point Conception to San Quintin, 365 days a year. FishDope.com has online planning tools, temperature and chlorophyll charts, hot bite icons, and more. Take it from me, if you don't have FishDope.com, you're not part of the in-the-know crowd. Membership is affordable and good for an entire year. Plus, use the special code and save $30 on a new FishDope.com membership. Check it out today. FishDope.com. Catch more fish, burn less fuel.
All right, welcome back to Let's Talk Hookup, and stoked about today's guest, man. Everything's firing on every cylinder, and
including the lakes. And
Been a lot of freshwater talk before these mics got
Dude.
kicked on already, man. I like it.
dude, if it wasn't enough for the bluefin and the sand bass, and I'm all fired up.
They
about
got bluegill
green
and
bass.
green bass.
right.
Oh yeah,
Yeah.
man. It's good. The lakes are good right now. Yeah. So El Cap is firing. Low water, but I think because of the low water it concentrates all the
pushes
fish and
everything
they
in a
don't have
little bit.
very many places to hide. So yeah, El Cap, San Vicente, Lower Otay, but it's all been good.
That's awesome. And it sounds like our lakes are in a healthy spot and good fishing. And we got tons to talk about. First, Bruce, we're super pumped
yeah.
to have you in here this morning.
Yeah,
Thank you
yeah.
for taking
Good
the time.
morning,
I know it's a
everybody.
busy time of year for you. Between the shop and your guide service, your personal fishing, bass club, tournament,
Yeah.
and like your newly self-appointed don't have time probably for everything, but also a huge factor in helping us keeping our lakes open and getting access to go to them. I know you've been doing a lot of work rallying troops and
Yeah. Friends of the
working really
Lakes,
hard.
Friends of the San Diego Lakes.
That's awesome.
They had that big win this year with the budget cuts. We're fishing right now, in fact, because of Friends of the San Diego Lakes.
Yeah,
How cool.
Tom Lowry and Rob McGargle.
Give us
those
a little bit of
guys-
rundown about that, because for those that don't know, maybe that casually fish freshwater or or their head is on the saltwater thing and not realize there was some pretty serious potential, massive cuts to access to all of the San Diego City lakes.
Yeah. There was going to be a lot of days cut away for every month, every week.
Yeah.
Every week we're going to lose days on all the San Diego City lakes.
So on
Murray,
on lakes where they're
Miramar,
open Monday,
Otay.
Thursday, Friday, Saturday,
Yeah.
Sunday, it was
Was going
just
down-
going to be Saturday, Sunday.
Yes.
Or whatever
Yep.
they deemed fit for the
Yep.
budget, they were going to cut some
Yeah.
lakes by half and even
Yeah.
more.
and Friends of the Lake stepped in there. They got a consultant. They had a fundraiser. They did GoFundMe and raised a bunch of money.
Like a real grassroots thing.
Yeah.
No big corporate person
100%.
said, "Oh, here's a bunch of money." This was guys. That
No,
love to
this is
fish
everybody
freshwater,
joining in
putting money out of their
from
own
the
pocket.
community, and got a consultant, and they got into the city council. She talked to all the city council and got them, a lot of them, enough of them on our side to where they overturned the mayor's
No way.
budget cuts.
Wow.
Not once,
Yeah,
but
because-
twice.
Because
Really?
this wasn't,
Yes.
that's the thing I want to. This is what a good job they did. This wasn't just a hey, let's get in front of this before it happens. This
No.
happened and then got kicked back the
Yes.
right way.
Yeah,
which is
right.
unheard of.
Right. Yeah. Fortunately, we were on top of it.
Right.
We got a heads up from
Yeah.
the people on the inside, and they're like, these budget cuts are coming, and the lakes are on the chopping block, and we're like, okay, we're
Yeah.
putting
Loud
our
and
head
clear.
down and doing this, and getting everybody together and raising this money, and went in front of the city council and talked to them, and a couple different times,
Yeah.
and
How does that
It worked.
happen?
It worked.
It worked.
Yes.
So
It
rad.
is so cool. It is so cool. We're fishing right now because of it.
Yeah.
That's
Yep.
incredible.
It is.
Yeah, there's
Yeah.
lakes that have guys enjoying and fishing, catching fish right now that would be closed
Yes.
otherwise.
Yes.
That's great, man. I
Yep.
love that.
I just don't understand. I mean, we have such a jewel in the city
and
lakes.
and they pay for themselves. We
Yeah.
have to pay to
Right,
go
yeah,
fishing on the
exactly.
lake.
You're not looking for something free.
The whole budget cut thing was just, it was
it's
mind-boggling, like how inefficient it was, like
Right.
for our for
for
our
what you do.
for what we do, the lakes and whatever, because we pay for them.
Yeah.
And it's super deep. It's super mired down and whatever, like I've talked about in the past. But it's yeah, we have to pay for them.
Yeah.
We pay every time we go, and they
Right.
still want to close
And
it.
happy
Like
to
it
do
is.
so. You know,
Like I pulled my hair out.
Hey, but you know what the end of it is? It was a community getting together,
Yes.
raising money,
Yeah.
right people.
Yeah.
A lot of people on the inside that, again, it's not like you guys were being paid to do this.
Oh, no,
you know,
no.
it
It's
was
all-
it was a lot of work and a lot
Yeah.
of passion, and
It's for the love of
we're
the
going
sport.
fishing because of
Yeah,
it.
and everybody.
I'm so stoked.
Mhm.
And all of that, like that group was Friends of the San Diego City Lakes.
Yes.
Okay.
Friends of the San Diego Lakes.
Friends of the San Diego Lakes.
Yes.
That's
And it's a
awesome.
Facebook group, Instagram,
Yeah.
social media kind of thing, and get on there. And they're still taking donations because
Yeah.
now we're already looking forward to next year
Sure.
because it's going to happen. It could happen again. We haven't got heads up on that yet, but there's other projects in the works also.
Right.
So yeah.
Well, that's awesome, man. And again, speaking of San Diego City Lakes, you touched on at the very beginning. You said it's firing right now.
Oh, it
There's great
is.
fishing. To
Oh
be had.
yeah. We just had a night tournament out there, and I don't know how, I don't want to get too in the weeds with this, but we had a night tournament out there on
Right? We're ready to get
No,
in the weeds,
dude.
man.
So we had,
bass fishing
Yeah.
and getting in the weeds.
Get my
Oh,
shoes
yeah,
off,
yeah.
man. I'm in. Let's go.
so we had a night tournament out there on Saturday night. I personally didn't do very good, but one of my very good friends, Jim Edwards.
Oh yeah.
Okay,
So,
Jimmy,
you know Jim?
of course.
Yeah.
Old school Mr. Jim Edwards. He
Dude.
won.
Hey,
Come on.
Jimmy,
Oh, he's-
nice going.
And he smoked us like by 4 pounds.
Really?
First place to second place.
Oh,
Oh, yeah.
God, yeah.
Oh yeah, yeah, yeah.
Any like standout big
he
fish?
had a 7.88 and a
Oh, my
6.99 or something.
Beautiful.
Three fish bag because it's
Okay.
a night tournament.
Yeah.
And he had 18 pounds.
That's incredible.
Had a 6 pound average.
So what do you guys?
That's crazy.
Yeah.
That's crazy.
I
You know,
have
amongst all the other stuff,
Yeah,
those were just
sure.
the 3 standouts.
Wow.
I have
Nice
to
going,
ask:
Jim.
is it
Yeah.
like jigs at night? Is it top water? Is it?
You know what? I'm not allowed to say.
Yeah.
Oh, okay,
Sure, sure.
okay.
Yeah.
He was fishing. It was a free rig,
Which is
which is something new,
okay.
you know. But it's like a Texas rig, but the weight is very free sliding
different.
Okay.
up the line. It has a loop eye instead of a cylinder.
Okay.
You know, so that when you're fishing like a creature bait or something that drags water, the weight falls away from it on the way down
I
and
gotcha.
hits first, and then as soon as that weight hits, the bait kind of suspends and comes down very slowly after that.
It's allowed to swim almost like you're fly lining it.
Yeah, but you're in 20
Dragging it
feet
down.
of water.
Right.
Yeah.
Wow.
Yep.
That's cool.
Okay.
You-
So,
the-
new
the-
technique.
The description that you just gave of that, like, it made me chuckle, and it made me think it's my favorite part about what one of your other many hats is, and that's East County Bait and Tackle. That was just like a glimpse of being in the store. Like yourself and really all of the kids behind the counter at that place are so into whatever that next new thing is.
Oh, that's what we live.
This rigging, this style, this cast. Hey, rig your sinker and bait backwards. It'll do this.
Yeah,
And like,
yeah,
that's what I love so much about that shop and that place. And I felt like that was it. Like that was
yeah.
you just had a 10-minute counter BS session at ECBT.
It is too.
That's
Like
exactly what that was.
every Sunday morning,
I'm
like
sure.
there's a number of local guys that come in there, and we that's all we do. We just talk about how the fishing was that week
Yeah.
and what's coming this week and what we've been catching them on and what's new and this and that. And so yeah,
I'm sure.
it's a good time.
Have you seen that guy that was rigging this way? I'm going to try that this week. I'll bet.
Yeah.
I'll bet if you replaced this thing with a piece of tungsten and did it this way, it would be the killer.
Yeah.
Like, I love it. That's
Yeah.
really cool. ECBT such a great shop too. Just in the I mean, you couldn't drop something more in the vicinity of the East County freshwater scene. I mean, you're like
Location.
It literally
yeah,
is at the
right.
stop sign where you decide whether you go to El Cap or Lake Jennings or San Vicente
Yeah.
or wherever else you're going. You know,
Yeah,
it's
it's
pretty
right
cool.
in the middle, right
Yeah,
there,
That's awesome.
right at the stop sign.
Now, how often is Bruce there? Like,
I'm there 2 days a week.
okay, yeah, that's
Yeah,
what I
just
thought.
kind of keeping my foot in the door.
Exactly.
I'm there Thursdays and Sundays.
Guiding some,
Uh-huh.
fishing
Yep.
some,
Yep.
tackle shop
Yep.
some, as you should be.
Running a podcast. You
Yeah.
know, the podcast is up to 70 episodes now.
Hey,
And going for a year, we almost have 1,000 subscribers.
where do we
so-
find podcasts?
YouTube.
Okay.
Yeah, we were on Spotify, but I've gone mostly to YouTube
Yeah.
now. But YouTube, San Diego Bass Fishing Podcast.
Awesome.
Yeah.
What are the most common topics, features? Like what is one?
Well,
what
it's
does one take
local.
in? Yeah.
Yeah, so we do like a lot of tournament results. We do a lot of interviews with
Uh-huh.
local guys. Like I'll probably have Jim Edwards on this,
Yeah.
you know, to
yeah.
talk about his deal this week, and then what the kids. I'm a big promoter of the juniors,
Yeah.
SoCal juniors, which is another topic we should probably talk about later. But but just local stuff and politics, obviously. You know, a lot of politics.
I'll bet a
involved.
great way to keep in touch with all this City Lake stuff. And sure,
Uh-huh.
I'm sure.
Yes.
Good way
Yeah,
to
to
get,
get the
there.
word out.
Yeah.
You know, and they use it as another avenue, just another piece
That's
of social media.
And what a great thing for you to be the guy to bring that out, just because of what we talked about. Your fingers are in a little bit of everything. The tournament scene, you do the guiding on your own,
Yeah.
the tackle side of
Yeah.
thing. Obviously, all your previous saltwater fishing career
I'm
in the
here.
background.
I'm
Yeah,
on Let's Talk
exactly.
Hookup. Let's talk about let's talk about white sea bass.
Right? Exactly.
Boy, that has been another fun thing too.
Oh my God.
Incredible.
We were
Oh.
joking. We were joking yesterday that fluke fishing for sea bass that has become so popular up in the Channel Islands has really like migrated its way down here.
Can't keep them in stock,
And
even in East County.
Yeah, and
People come in and ask for them.
and even in a completely, those fish are set up in a completely different way. Not in the shallow, not whatever, but all of a sudden it's like, oh man, they eat these things.
Yeah.
Fish that are balled up on a fin bait school still bite that fluke fish the same way, but different in a different thing. And
Yeah.
how cool is that?
Yeah.
It's hilarious to me. I mean, it's-
Yeah. I'm getting reports from the guys, as far as the Channel Islands and all the way back down. And it's like the best season ever
Crazy.
And finally, some pictures are like trickling out.
Yeah.
They- You know, those guys, the sea bass guys are crazy, but they're finally letting some trickle out of you. Brandon Hayward posted a picture and whatever. But I've been talking to Sean on the Ghost.
Oh my gosh. What a
I don't even know what I'm supposed to say, but he has had an absolute phenomenal year. And for a 6-pack, his numbers are off
Staggering.
the chart. Staggering. Yeah. Like he told me the other day, I was like, you got to be kidding me.
Yeah.
Like, that's twice as much as I ever caught in a season on the Fortune.
Yeah, right.
You know,
In a season.
like it's,
And they're still rolling.
That's why I don't want to say too much,
Sure.
but other than if you want to book with him next year, you need to do it now.
Yeah, totally.
Because all of his charters are coming back, and he's going to be very limited next year, and there's not going to be a whole lot of media presence on his part.
Totally.
So,
yeah, when there's no need, when you're already
Yeah.
booked for the year, there's not a ton of incentive to then,
Right.
hey, check this out. Look how good we're doing.
right, exactly.
Bruce, do you ever miss the Fortune? I mean, do you ever miss that side
know,
of
Totally.
Kinda, yeah. It's funny because you asked that. Like, if you would have asked me 2 months ago, I would have been like, no. But in the last few weeks, I'm like, oh man, I need to go fishing. Maybe I should. What's Taro's schedule?
Yeah.
right.
What's he doing? You know, or Mike, Vagabond will hey, you need to come out on a 7-day. I'm
Yeah.
like, no. But now all of a sudden I'm entertaining the idea of like, yeah, maybe I should go
Yeah.
fishing.
It's just
You know?
too good. I mean, it's been incredible.
Yeah, I know it. That too. It's like so good.
Your career on the saltwater side of things has been so much fun you've really got to do a lot of all of it. You got to do a lot of long range and
I got to see the lower islands, which is
Yeah.
what I'm really thankful for.
Totally.
You know, Clary and the Rebe, Hijados and Clipperton and all that.
when you
So,
could go to all
yeah.
of those spots.
Yeah. I mean, that's what we did in
Yeah.
the winter, trip after trip. It's where we went.
Yeah.
Yeah.
And then, on the, then when you're behind the helm, it's your job to put the anchor down somewhere. I mean, from Channel Islands all the way down the beach.
Yeah.
Is
Yeah.
there-
all the way to the hurricane.
Yeah. Is there a favorite part of it? Like when like Cory was saying, you got to miss those sea bass hits. Like,
It's-
what are the ones that get under your skin the most?
So wahoo fishing with the surface iron
Oh my God.
and yellowtail fishing with surface iron, of course. And then sea bass fishing when everything clicks.
Right.
When you got the bait, when you got, you pull up and you scoop squid,
Yeah.
and then you take off and go to the island that you're going to, set it up, and then you go to bed and then you're like, okay, wake me up, but you're not really asleep.
Yeah, sure.
Because the deckhands, and then you hear like gunk, 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 and you like, and people start yelling, and you're like, you get up and like, okay, here we go, and just like, whoa, sea bass, in the dark. That's
it.
Yeah,
That's it.
Yeah.
That one in particular, just because there's so many things have to click in the right
Exactly.
way. Yeah. And-
Exactly.
Yeah, there's a
There's
lot.
so many things
a lot
happen.
of thread the needle.
Yep.
And there's something special
When it goes
You said it
right,
best. Something special about importing your bait to somewhere else where it wasn't at, and the conditions have to be right. The current's got to stay the right direction, and
Yep.
you might have been set up when you went to bed, but then how many times you wake up in the morning and all
And you're
that
going the other way.
that shifted, we're off of it, and it's not this, and
Mm-hmm.
yeah, that's pretty cool, man.
Mm-hmm. Yep.
It's
Yep.
gonna be a
pretty
lot of fun.
exciting. And two, I remember you telling stories about epic calico bites at
Well,
Kilmeny.
yeah.
I mean,
yeah.
that stuff gets me like
2,
all
3,
juiced up.
500 fish stops.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Incredible.
Yeah. And just
many-
numerous 7-pounders, 6, 7, 8s.
So crazy.
Yeah. Yeah. It's
You got me
fantastic.
going.
Dana Wharf anglers,
Boiler number 2.
calico bass only trips.
Yeah. Yeah. Those are guys. Yeah. They'll probably call in. They always mention it.
Yeah.
But yeah, we had video of that one day. And I had my video camera set up, and I think it's on YouTube somewhere. But it was just they're just coming over the rail,
Raining
raining
5+
calicos,
pounders.
and guys are baiting up, throwing out, and swinging and whatever. And it was nonstop for I don't know how many hours, 8 hours,
Wow.
like just nonstop.
It'd be
That's
so
crazy.
cool.
Yeah,
to
we
be in
did.
the water.
We re-anchored one time because the current switched,
Right.
and it just started again.
It just
Just
start-
immediately started
That's
again. Yeah.
incredible.
It'd be so cool to see the cloud of fish in the water, like waiting for their turn to eat, to get a shot to eat a bait. I mean, you think about how much that must have been there.
Yeah.
I bet you the sand bass fishing right now that's been going on the last 2 weeks,
Mhm.
like limit style,
Yeah. Mhm.
is. I mean, in my mind, it's going back 25, 28 years.
We haven't seen that in 25 years, 20 years.
and
yeah.
that's back to your era on the whole.
Yeah.
Yeah,
Going
It's
back-
crazy.
Going
is
out
as
on
good
the
as
San
it-
Diego with Bob Williams
Yeah.
down here on the flats fishing sand bass. Absolutely.
What's so fun is that, it's as good. It is as good as it gets right now. And it's that same way all the way up and down the coast. You see the guys at Dana catching them and Newport and LA. I mean, it's awesome to see.
It's so great.
We're in
for the
a
whole
really,
business.
really good spot right now. It's a good time to be a fisherman.
Not only good spot, we are in historical, really the good old days.
Yeah.
I mean,
I mean, we've said that about the bluefin now for a number of years. This is the best bluefin we've ever seen.
But the sea
best
bass,
sea bass we've ever seen this year.
The halibut fishing the last 3 years,
crazy.
That's that's another thing.
Another one.
That's another thing.
And the calico fishing the last several years too. Like it is at levels that we haven't seen.
This is awesome.
In many, many years.
Yeah, it's going to be good times.
You really need to go fishing.
Yeah.
Just jump on a boat and go. Daytime bluefin. That's what's got me is like the whole nighttime thing is on its own, and it's good and it's big fish and whatever. But daytime bluefin on the San Diego, going out with Taro, picking away at them, plunker fishing, catch 25, 30 bluefin. They're all 40, 50 pounders. And you come back and you're at home that night.
When you get to stand at the rail and decide which sardine you want, and you pick the right one, and you put the hook in it the right way, and you cast it in the right spot, and it took off the way it was supposed to, and boom, the bite happens. Like that's it. Like it's another one. It's it's
plunker fishing.
You put all those things in a row, and when they click, it's like that's it, man. I got that one.
Sign me up.
Yeah, no doubt. Well, it's going to be a fun couple hours, Cory. I mean, so much to cover with Bruce in here. I mean, just you want to talk about a guy that's done it all and loves to talk about it. It's going to be a lot of fun, and I can't wait. We're going to have a great show.
And not only done it all, but he's doing it all too. I mean, fishing the San Diego City lakes and just firing El Cap, Otay, and San V. I mean, he's on top of it all. We're stoked to have him in studio, and you should be as a listener too. Give us a call, and 833-288-0973, or you can send us a text via the app. Only on the app there, it says text to show, and it's a one-way message system. So make sure you do leave your name and telephone number when you text the show if you have a question or a comment for Bruce. Super stoked to have him in studio. We're full 2 hours this morning on 97.3 The Fan. So definitely take that telephone number down again, 833-288-0973. We have one open line waiting for you, and we're going to be right back with Bruce Smith from East County Bait and Tackle when we return on the Let's Talk Hookup app, YouTube, Facebook Live, and 97.3 The Fan.
The state-of-the-art long-range sport fishing vessel, the Independence, delivers the top quality, comfort, and fishability you look for in a long-range boat. Veteran captains Mark Pisano and Paul Strasser built this incredible 112-foot vessel with the most modern technology and luxurious comfort available. Once you go on the Independence, you'll be back. Call Independence Sports Fishing at 619-226-6006 or check independencesportfishing.com.
Captain Jamie Tennis from Season Sport Fishing here. For the past few seasons, a dart-style metal jig has come into play in a big way for tuna offshore or even rockfish down deep. AFCO's crossbreed jig has quickly become the go-to for many since it came onto the market. AFCO's crossbreed jig is good to go right out of the package with a 4X treble hook, heavy-duty split rings, West Coast colors, and sizes 60 gram to 120 gram. Pick one up today at your local tackle store or learn more on AFCO.com.
Power your boat with Norsk Lithium, the ultimate choice for marine adventures. Our batteries deliver unmatched starting, trolling, and electronics power, packed with cutting-edge technology like Deep Sleep to eliminate phantom draw. Built with rugged BCI-compliant cases, they're designed to handle the toughest conditions on the water. Stay in control with the Norsk Guardian app. Monitor performance, track battery health, and unlock advanced features right from your phone. Charge with confidence using Evotech onboard and DC-to-DC chargers for fast, efficient, and hassle-free power management. Designed for maximum compatibility, these chargers keep your entire system running at peak performance, so you're always ready for the next trip. With a 10-plus 2-year non-prorated warranty, you can trust your batteries to perform for years to come. Our industry-leading warranty ensures you get the most out of your investment. With dedicated customer support if you ever need it. Upgrade your marine power today. Set up your custom system at NorskLithium.com or visit Trolling Motor Doctor in Lakewood. Norsk Lithium. No matter where the adventure takes you, we've got you powered.
A top fleet and superb fishing is what Seaforth Sport Fishing in Mission Bay is all about. With free parking and fully stocked tackle shop, it's no wonder Seaforth Sport Fishing is a favorite among anglers. Come aboard top boats like the Aztec, Cortez, Endeavor, Apollo, Outer Limit, Elgato Dos, Pride, Tribute Pacifica, Pacific Voyager, and the Voyager. Plus, the new Seaforth, Sea-Watch, and San Diego offer the finest half and full day trips available. Seaforth Sport Fishing. For charters or regular open parties, schedule check seaforthlanding.com. Run by fishermen for fishermen in Mission Bay.
It's employee pricing, and it's happening now at your San Diego County Ford dealers. That's right, employee pricing across a full lineup for trucks and SUVs. A lineup featuring California's #1 truck brand and Ford F-Series, America's all-time best-selling SUV and Ford Explorer, the iconic Ford Bronco, and more. No automaker employs more hourly workers or assembles more vehicles here in America than Ford Motor Company. And that's a commitment your San Diego County Ford dealers share by offering employee pricing to you. It's only for a limited time. Exclusions apply. Hurry to your local San Diego County Ford dealer today.
All right, welcome back to Let's Talk Hookup, and stoked having Bruce Smith in here, man, from East County Bait and Tackle, local guide too.
Great to be
Freshwater.
here. Yeah.
And forgot to mention, we're
Speaking
giving
of East
away
County Bait and Tackle,
$100 gift certificate.
How
And
cool is
to,
that, man?
To go check out ECBT,
Big
man.
thanks to Steve and you and everybody at ECBT. $100 gift card, a little shopping spree. Boy, I can handle that.
Dude,
I can handle that right about now. I
sign
can
me up for that
one. No
But
doubt.
if you want to join the show, 833-288-0973, or you can text us via the app and our prize coin right there. We're going to have Bruce flip it at the end of the show.
How about the guide service, Bruce? If somebody wants to come get in on freshwater fishing, whether they're long time at it or brand new or friends from out of town, because I know that's something that you do all of. You know, you have gear, people on all levels.
Oh yeah.
You know,
I supply all tackle, all the snacks, drinks, whatever on the boat, and usually 6 hour trips are the most popular. Like a half day kind of thing.
Yeah,
So it
cool.
gets before it gets too hot, but we take a lot of people from out of town.
Okay.
Yeah. A lot of back east, a lot of people on vacation, and then business trips. Also guys on business trips here to San Diego.
I gotta be in town for 3 days. I'm going to make that 4 and go fishing with Bruce for a day kind of thing.
Yeah.
Cool.
Yeah, exactly. So we do have some of the local guys come out with me. And maybe they want to sharpen their skills on any certain lake, or maybe look at the electronics and learn about fresh forward-facing sonar and that kind of thing.
Exactly what my next thought was going to be.
Yep.
Exactly. I mean, you've got a lifetime. I can only imagine that had to aid in your becoming proficient at forward-facing sonar. Like
Right.
You have fished with a sonar your entire career,
Right.
And that's something that's still relatively new to the freshwater world of things.
Relatively new to the freshwater world, yeah. But saltwater has been doing it for 30 years.
Yeah.
I mean, you didn't catch anything, and when bluefin season came around, if you didn't know how to run a sonar.
And how much is freshwater starting to feel that way?
It's different. It's such a smaller scale, and you're looking for individual fish, and you're kind of hunting for them.
Sure.
So or smaller schools, that kind of thing.
We got to fish up at Lake Coeur d'Alene and do the smallmouth thing.
Oh my God, how was that?
The coolest thing coolest thing ever.
I saw the pictures.
Yeah,
I mean,
it was tremendous. But that forward-facing sonar in that fishery, the time of year and the setup that we were there, like, could you have caught them without it? Of course you could have.
Yeah.
Would you have had the day and the time and the targeting big ones with? There's not even close.
Right.
You know, I mean,
Right.
it is the difference maker for sure.
And in fact, again, going back to Friday night, talking to Jim about it, he's all forward facing up, and it's funny because he's 72 years old and he's into it. He loves it.
So
Thinks it's
cool.
the greatest thing. And a lot of the older guys are just like, rah, 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 it's too easy or blah, blah. Jim loves it. And he was focused on one rock pile in 20 feet of water, and he was watching fish come on and off of it.
Come into it and come off of it.
And he would cast to him, nothing. He waited until 1 o'clock until those fish bit, and he saw him come up on the rock.
No,
the 2
way.
fish or 3 fish, cast to him and watched him bite, wound it in. Next cast, 6-pounder. First cast,
crazy.
I love it.
And he was just like, he was totally hunting them and just waiting, like he was deer hunting.
That's
kind
awesome.
of thing. But he did it with a sonar.
But same deal if somebody is, made the investment in that, and there's a learning curve for sure. I mean, you're looking at a completely different picture and style and tilt and angles and distances and all those kinds of things.
Yes,
if somebody wanted to,
Yeah.
To speed the process up, they could hire you as the guide and you could kind of help shorten that learning curve.
100%.
Yeah.
Looking
That's
for fish,
invaluable.
what kind of fish to look for, what kind of fish they are.
Yeah.
Oh yeah, all that.
How well does that forward-facing sonar go through all the stick-ups and the toolies, and
You have to decipher what you're looking at for sure, but you see individual fish or see schools of fish in the weeds or the trees or whatever. You can see them.
Really?
Oh yeah, absolutely.
that's so crazy.
Oh yeah,
Wild.
and you can tell if they're crappie or bass or carp or
Really?
catfish.
You're kidding me.
No,
It's a cheat code.
well, yeah.
Hey, I don't say that like a bad thing. yeah.
That just, it's crazy to me.
Uh-huh.
It's,
Uh-huh.
I mean, I'm the guy that wants to line up the cast and imagine that bite happening, but to have it all deciphered by forward-facing sonar just changes it.
But you're still making the cast.
Yeah,
You still got to have meat.
That's true.
You got to figure out what they're going to bite on.
Yeah, sure.
You still got to make them bite. See, and the thing is too with forward facing, what'll mess you up is like in the first 2 weeks, like it blows your mind, because I think you catch less fish in the first 2 weeks so you start. You buy it and you see what happens, and you're seeing all the fish that are there and not biting your bait, and it affects your head. Like there's so many that come up and look and then just go away, and come up and look and go away, like hundreds, thousands and thousands every day.
That's crazy.
You're only catching a small percentage of the fish that come up and see your lure.
You
and
just had the
they all
luxury
go
of
away.
never knowing that one had its nose on it and then turned away.
So what happens is you're fishing for fish that don't bite.
Yeah.
They're there, but they're everywhere.
Yeah.
And you have to figure that out. And you still have to go and find the ones that are biting. Now, when you didn't have it, you didn't think those fish were there.
Sure.
And you just kept going and kept covering water
just
until
assumed
you
there was
found
nothing on
biting
this
fish.
bush.
Now you're seeing fish and they're not biting, but now you're fishing for them, but they're not biting.
So you're like,
So you're not covering water and finding biters.
like redesigning your approach and your cast and the extra twitch and the extra pause.
Yeah.
And,
So there's a lot to it, and it's a lot different than people think.
Yeah.
It's like, oh, I see a fish, I'm going to cast over there and catch it. No, it's not like that. It's like you see a fish, cast over there, it's not going to bite, so you're going to go find another one instead of trying to catch fish for that one.
It's I'll tell you what, I used to enjoy watching the tournament fishing, national stuff, and today to watch them, dude, they're not even making a cast. There's
just a flip.
Well, no, they're looking. They're spending 3 minutes looking for that one cast.
Yeah.
I mean, it's just it drives me nuts. I'm sorry.
That's pretty fun. Well, as you can hear, so much great stuff to cover. So much fun with Bruce. Again, if you want to get through, give us a call this morning at 833-288-0973, or keep those texts rolling on the Let's Talk Hookup app. Let's jump into those phones, Cory.
Let's do it. How about Mike? Mike calling from Torrance. Good morning, Mike. Appreciate you joining us on Let's Talk Hookup.
Hey, good morning, Ricky. Hey, Cory and Bruce. The freshwater thing is so cool. It'd be nice if we had more lakes in LA for access. I've been fishing with Carol Martins for about 30 years, and she's so good at it. Her and Aaron went and mopped up the country in the bass world for a long time, and she's such a joy to fish with. But I got off the American Angler this morning, and the wind dropped, and the bluefin bit, and the yellowtail are bigger. And what a great program Ray and Brian and Lori are running over there. It's such a class act. They make you feel so comfortable and welcome. I just want to say thank you to them, and love Let's Talk Hookup. Hope you guys have a great day.
Yeah.
Yeah, what a great phone call, Mike. That's awesome. And nice going on your trip. That's awesome. That's killer.
Yeah, I was just watching them go to the fuel dock. They were
that's
you got the nice office.
That's
here,
the fun part about the world headquarters for sure. Is you get to see everybody come in and go out, and it's mornings like this. Cory and I got here at the same time, and same. It's like, ooh, today's a big day. Like, and I always know that when I leave here and I go to the shop, like I can look out and gauge, like, oh yeah, the boys are going to be very busy today when the RP and the XL is unloading and the angler's coming and short range trips. It's a big turnover, and it's just. We talked about it yesterday. One of the fun things, and again, Mike, thanks for the call. It's so great is all of the different bluefin things that are at play now. I mean, from being in a skiff and catching fish on the 302 to being able to go farther down, it's access for the full day guys. There's still big fish at Clementi if you want to do the kite and nighttime thing. There's 5-pounders and 150-pounders that are all within 30 miles of San Diego.
And jig strike bites.
I
man.
love it.
Are you kidding me?
That's so weird.
Right? I know.
That's still weird to me.
It doesn't compute. It doesn't make sense.
It doesn't.
Because there's traditionally not
we trolled so many years and years, decades. We would troll, and you would never catch a bluefin on the troll.
Like maybe one.
Yeah.
maybe.
But I guess because we were trolling feathers, I don't know. They didn't bite the troll.
I told the story yesterday, and I won't go too long today. But it was so fun being in the store yesterday. I mean, or Friday rather. It was just a flashback to being behind the counter during albacore time. Every passenger that went on the boat, because it's all small bait right now. So every passenger was split shots, 3/8 ounce rubber cores, 1/4 ounce sliders, number 2, bronze mustad hooks, and a Colt sniper. You know what I mean? Every guy, every single one. It was 25 pound, and it's jig strikes and flip your Colt sniper back on the slide and get a bite as it's sinking backwards. I mean, we were albacore fishing. They just had short, stubby fins.
Isn't that crazy?
Wild.
And I know, Rick, correct me if I'm wrong. You correct me all the time, right? You can correct me this time, but it seems like there's more 5 to 10 pounders around this year than in the past.
We're just there's every year
cool.
There's like every year class that exists within an 80-mile circle of San Diego. All of them. There's cows and there's literally 5 pounders and everything in between. And a lot of that school size fish that we're catching locally is just perfect. It's 20 pounds, 15 pounds, 20 pounds on average. But for sure, the next stop, it was 40 pounders and in the exact same zone for whatever reason at dark, they're 60 and 70 pounders. And, and then the next one on the troll is a little guy. And then you get a kelp that's got yellows that are nice. It's just cool. Like I said, how many ways can you say it? It's just, we're in such a great spot right now. Yeah.
Super healthy.
Yeah. Love it. Love it. Love it. Well, let's jump back into the phones.
How about Doug? Doug calling from Montebello. Good morning, Doug.
What's up, Doug?
Yeah. So what would be the best fish to freshwater fishing wise for amateur to go catch?
Well, it's always good to start with bluegill and crappie and planet trout. That bluegill is the gateway drug, is what we call it there in the shop. The whole bobber and worm, mealworm jig under a bobber, and watching that bobber go down is very visual, and they bite, so you can catch. They're relatively easy to catch. Go to any pond or lake and throw it against the tulies or just out from the tulies and start catching them.
The most minimal of gear and tackle.
Most minimal gear. You don't need something special. You could go out there with 8-pound test or spinning gear or a Zebco or whatever and catch them.
Yeah. We have a multitude of, at this point at our house, we have a multitude of 3-foot Blippy and Snoopy and Spider-Man rods, all the way up to like bitchin' little custom wrapped, Wyatt name on the spinning rod thing and everything in between. And all of that for catching a bluegill is it, and a bobber and a worm is like the easiest thing in the world. And it's fun too. And those things pull hard too. Say what you want. If we went out for a day of panfish fishing with cool light spinning gear, nothing pulls as hard as those things.
And it's funny because panfish, the whole bluegill thing, like 20 years ago, was nowhere near what it is today. Like today is an incredible.
We've discovered that. I don't know if we've always discovered that has a big player too.
I think the quagga.
Yeah, that's helped. That has helped our fisheries.
It's boosted it big time.
Yeah, like all the red ear in San Vicente, that they feed on quagga mussels, and red ear catch a 3-pounder.
Yeah.
A 3-pound bluegill.
Dude, wrap your mind around that.
Yeah, totally.
A 3-pound.
Yeah.
That 3-pounder.
It's weird when you see them in the water, like on nests and things. Yeah. You're looking at it like, what is that? And you have to, that's not a bass. It's too round and they're kind of thick too.
Yeah.
Like, oh my gosh, that's a bluegill.
And dude,
but doesn't even look right.
Bruce, they pull like a cabria. It's it's like cabria fishing.
Yeah.
Yeah, I love it. Hey, I had a fun text this morning. It says, hey, good morning, guys. I was largemouth fishing yesterday, and my boy was throwing a frog while I was fishing a lipless crankbait and a square bill. My question is for Bruce. Anything new for us green bass guys? What is new, and what are you guys doing the most of at ECBT? Love the show. That's from Jeff in Huntington Beach.
So the newest thing really is that free rig that I was talking about earlier with the round eye and a teardrop kind of weight, tungsten weight that just floats above the hook and above a creature bait specifically. You can use it with worms too, but creature baits work a little bit better, like a brush hog, baby brush hogs or whatever. Probably the hottest lure this year, as far as hard lure goes, would be a megabass karashi. And you can fish them just around brush and whatever. They're just a little $20 megabass lure, which is
Right.
and they're so small you have to fish them on like 8 pound or 10
Really?
pound. Yeah, but and they sink a little bit. They sink super slow, and you just twitch them around brush, but they're really good on breakers also.
Okay.
So when their fish are up breaking, cast that crashi in there and twitch, and they just chew it.
And
it's like magic.
And it's like
right now.
It's a miniature rip bait. Like
it is a yeah.
Kind of. I mean,
kind of.
Am I saying it right?
It would be like a Zara spook, but it's only 2 inches long.
Oh, okay.
But it sinks.
Really? So
yeah, and it's got a tail on it and whatever.
So there's no lip on it.
No lip on it.
Oh, okay.
Yeah, so you're twitching it.
How cool.
Yeah. And it's like definitely the hottest lure out for sure this year.
This again to me is ECBT.
Right.
It's my favorite part about this world of fishing, and in this world of fishing with the high pressure that our San Diego lakes get, the relative small size, being on the thing that is new that they haven't seen, that's different. Like that is the difference maker.
Yeah.
And that's what
we're always pushing the envelope to find new things.
Yeah.
For sure. Nothing against those guys back east, but it seems like it's kind of caveman back there. The fish there's a lot of fish. The lakes are big. There's a lot of pressure, but the lakes are big.
Yeah.
You know,
spread all that.
You can get away with fishing 20 pound. If you out here, that stuff doesn't fly. You know, the guys come out from Wisconsin or they come out from Tennessee and try to fish out here, and they're like, man, how do you catch these fish? and you tell them, man, they're loaded. These lakes are loaded, and you gotta fish for them. So you gotta drop down and line test. You gotta fish these different lures. You gotta do these different techniques.
Give them sites that they haven't seen every time.
Give them something they haven't seen before.
And or give them something that they haven't seen since the early 90s. You know, like that's the other thing that cracks me up is, you know, I guys were in the shop the other day, like, man, we really crushing them split shot in a reaper. It's like, man, I when I was in high school, like, dude, that was the
30
thing,
years
ago.
Yeah. That's so
fun.
funny.
Yeah, but again, that's what's so cool about that shop is you and all of the boys that are in there do it every day, and like that's the fun of it. The fun is the new thing and the learning this thing, and that's the place where it happens. Man.
Sure.
Yeah.
Yeah.
We get the trickle down of what you guys were on, you know, the month before. And it's still real good. Let me tell you, that's a good thing.
It is, and it's crazy because Florida. I mean, you look at freshwater fishing in Florida, Texas, the South, amazing fisheries.
Yes,
but San Diego County, San Diego City, right here has some of the coolest lakes in.
We
the
do.
Nation, really.
We might complain about it a little bit, you know, with the locals being
But
here
it's
and the water levels and this and that, and
you can only fish it 2 days a week.
The fact of the matter is our lakes are loaded.
Yeah.
Right.
We've got a lot of fish in our lakes.
And
like a lot.
And I don't think a lot of youth know that our lakes were the first ones to receive
Florida
the
strain.
Florida strain bass. Like the Upper Otay Upper Otay was a breeding ground where they were brought and spread through.
Yep.
It's
California.
Amazing. Yeah.
All of California.
Dude,
all of them came from Upper Otay.
Isn't that, I mean, think about that.
Yeah.
That's cool.
crazy.
I didn't know that.
Yep.
I
Yeah.
had no idea.
It started right there. Like that was the breeding ground. Anyway, hey, we're going to be right back. All this cool talk.
That's awesome.
Dude, I can't wait. We're going to be right back with Bruce Smith on the Let's Talk Hookup app, YouTube, Facebook Live, and 97.3 The Fan.
45 years. That's how long we've been right here on Mission Bay, helping friends and family like you discover the joy of sailing, kayaking, and everything life on the water has to offer. I'm Logan from Fastlane Kayaks, and if you ask Ron and Debbie Lane whether 45 years feels like a long time, they'll tell you time flies when you're having fun. You see, the Lanes have followed their passion for a life on the water, and they've made a living inviting others along for the ride. Over the years, the shop has grown and changed, and so have the employees and products inside. From selling catamarans in the 1970s as newlyweds, living in a VW bus in the store parking lot, to being the destination Hobie fishing kayak store they are today, working with their 2 sons and daughter. You might be looking for a new way to enjoy time on the water with your family, or maybe you're looking for a new way to stay active, enjoy nature, explore, and catch a spotted bay bass. Whatever your goals, come visit us in Dana Landing on Mission Bay, and we'll get you geared up and ready to enjoy life on the water.
One rod has set the standard for serious saltwater anglers worldwide, and that's CalStar. From the rugged dependability of the West Coast series, the lightweight strength of the Graphiter, or the performance of the GG series, all CalStar rods are handmade right here in Southern California of the finest materials and craftsmanship. Check out the new CalStar models now available, as well as upgrades to the classic rods that you know and love. If you want your tackle to be state-of-the-art tools to get the job done right, it's CalStar at Fine Tackle Dealers.
Pelagic is bringing back the California Tuna Challenge. Get ready for the most exciting tournament to hit the West Coast on August 22nd and 23rd. It's about the fun, it's about the tuna, and it's about your chance to cash in on big prizes. An affordable $500 entry fee per team gets you in. This fun 2-day format is open to all Southern California anglers with 3 official weigh stations in San Diego, Newport, and Catalina. Optional jackpots and side bets up to $41,000 all in will raise the stakes for huge cash payouts, including options for yellowtail and dorado. The big tuna are here. Win some major cash and bragging rights in the ultimate California offshore showdown. Registration is now open. Go to pelagictournaments.com for additional information, rules, and to register for this great fishing event. The Pelagic California Tuna Challenge, August 22nd and 23rd. Just $500 gets your team a shot at the ultimate California tuna bragging rights. Check pelagictournaments.com.
For local or long-range fishing, we have you covered. Hi, this is Doug Kern from Fisherman's Landing Tackle, the saltwater tackle professionals. Being a part of the San Diego Sport Fishing Landing gives us a distinct advantage when it comes to getting you on the latest and hottest tackle for your trip. Our expert staff knows exactly what you need for your long-range or local trip, and we will not sell you something you don't need. We carry a huge inventory of the right tackle. So visit us at Fisherman's Landing Tackle at Fisherman's Landing in San Diego.
All right, welcome back to Let's Talk Hookup, and totally stoked to have Bruce in studio and having so much fun. Great conversation. Man, we've covered everything.
I love coming in here.
Right?
Too,
oh, yeah.
From calico bass, a bluefin, to
Yeah.
red ear, to green bass, man,
Yep.
having fun.
What my favorite is when Bruce goes on, it always reminds me when we look at the text of how many of our listeners love freshwater fishing and that kind of thing too. Because, you know, my thought is always, I mean, again, and I like the same thing too. I like to pick Bruce's mind when he comes on here freshwater fishing, but I always think like, oh, it's going to be 100%. I want to know about yellowtail surface iron fishing, which, you know, was your thing for so many years.
Yeah, that was my deal.
Long range fishing and, you know, videos of Clipperton and catching GTs and things like that. And then I start rolling through the text, and there's just such a high percentage of freshwater bass. I want to
that's
bluegill.
cool.
Where do I go? Where do I go to shore pound? Where do I do this?
Right.
It's been really fun. But we're having a great time talking fishing. And speaking of fishing, man, it has been fantastic. And it's time for the catch report, Corey.
It is, and it's sponsored by Gamakatsu. And if you're like to fish for tuna and you're not using Gamakatsu hooks, you're missing the bite. Their 720 heavy-duty assist hook is the one for the nighttime jigs. And for bait fishing, nothing beats the Nautilus circle hooks. They come in sizes as small as a number 4 and all the way up to a 6/0. And for the big fish, a Nautilus HD is tough enough but not oversized. You can see your local dealer or check gamakatsu.com. We've got the man on hold, Mr. Brian Woolley, Dana Wharf Sport Fishing. Good morning, Brian.
Hey, good morning, guys.
What's up, Willie?
Good stuff in there. Just what's happening. Our report's kind of like you guys are talking, you know, bass, bluefin, yellowtail, like across the board for us this week. So,
Awesome.
you know, good week for us. Our water temp still, you know, that's like the big player here. It's just been funky for us in our zone, like the high 60s. Normally we're, you know, well into 70 by this time of the year, but high 60s, 65 to 68 is kind of what we had. And we had some mixed conditions too. You know, a couple days we had current pushing uphill, a couple days pushing downhill. So to get the water exchange in our little stretch, you know, from like Dana Point down to San Mateo Point has been a little bit of a, you know, wait and see type of deal. So water's been a little dirty and a little off just because of that. You know, we need one good strong push one way or the other for a couple days, and I think it will, you know, exchange that stuff out. But the bass fishing remained fair with that water. Live bait, I would say, by far outfished everything for us this week. We had both anchovy and sardines in our bait receiver this week. Beautiful 4 to 5 inch firecracker sardine and some real nice anchovies. So you can imagine that fished on like a 1/4 ounce or a 1/2 ounce sliding egg sinker with the number 2 hook was just primo calico bass bait. So guys fishing that setup did well. Guys opting to send a bait down on the bottom on like a reverse dropper loop with 2 to 3 ounces of weight. Saw some nice sand bass, a couple bigger calico bass off the bottom as well, and some halibut there for them. Artificial stuff, the rubber lures and the hard baits did get bit this week on the surface. But again, just, you know, sometimes that dirtier water, you know, you do a little bit better with that rubber lure. But for whatever reason, they wanted the bait this week for sure. Over at Catalina, more great calico bass fishing with a little yellowtail opportunity. The new San Mateo was over there a day or two, I believe, on some all-day trips. They had some of that stuff in their counts. Fly line sardines for the yellows and the small anchovy for the bass. Again, perfect having that mixed bait for us. Some halibuts in the shallow and a little bit of barracuda mix on the outer edges, some of those spots too. The Fury had a wild schedule this week. You know, he fished Catalina a day or two and got in on some of that bass. They were offshore on a multi-day trip. They had a 2-day trip this week where they had a little bit of bluefin in their counts. And then on their overnight trips at Clemente, still on some of that yellowtail that's been roaming around that island, 8 to 25 pound fish, fly line baits, surface iron, things like that, catching that yellowtail for them at the island. Bass biting well too along the kelp. And that bluefin that they were catching was like 20 to 40 pound fish, fly lined small sardine, or a sinker rig bait got the bites there for those guys on that tuna fish. So full mix of things going on for us here.
What a report, Willie.
But good, yeah. So good opportunity, you know, get on a boat, get on out here and, you know, catch a few fish. So guys want to hop on a trip, again, you need to call, make those reservations. Our number here, 949-496-5794. Of course, you can hit us on the web at danawharf.com. And yeah, we just need a couple small things. I mean, it doesn't sound like a terrible report, but gosh, man, just a couple tiny changes in one little area and things will bounce here and it'll be really, really good.
I love it, man. Well, the bait's right. The fishing's right. We got some good weather in front of us. I think it's going to be another fantastic one up at Dana Wharf. A really great report. Glad to hear things are going as well as they are. Fish across the board. And well, yeah, we'll just look forward to hearing those last two things fall into place and hear about it next week.
Roger. Thanks for the time, guys. Appreciate it. Have a great day and good show. We'll talk to you next week.
Appreciate it very much, Willie. That's awesome, man. Great report. Appreciate that. Well, while we're waiting for our surf guru to join us, had a fun text come through. Says, good morning, guys. A big thank you to Bruce for his ambassadorship to the freshwater scene in San Diego. Lakeside was on fire. I fished it twice in the last 2 weeks. He's made a big difference in the industry since the days at Big Bear Lake and now on the green scene. He said also stellar podcast, very well done each and every time. I'm leaving Thursday on an 8-day long-range trip, and I've been hearing about only anchovies at the receiver. Do you know if there's any bait update and what we can expect in the future? That's from Big Ed in Baldwin Park. And I will say, Ed, I mean, I think just going forward, we should probably all have in your repertoire a good outfit for fishing a small bait for the rest of the season. With that said, on an 8-day long-range trip, you can expect the best of whatever bait is available at the time. I think that for sure you're going to have sardines on your trip, whether that means it's only one box of them or the whole boat is full of them or it's a mix of small bait and big bait. I'm sure that you will have good bait to fish with on your trip. You know, a long range trip is always going to get the best of what is available at the time. And I'm sure that there will be some, but I think that all of us, if we don't have a good rig to fish a small sardine or an anchovy with, it's at least probably time to start thinking about making sure you bring that rig with. You know, we've been so used to the last few years of just all big gear and big 2-speed and big jigs and everything like that, having something to fish a chove or a smaller bait is definitely something we're going to probably need for the rest of the season.
Honestly, Rick, it's been more than a few years.
Right?
It's been probably 30 years.
Yeah.
I mean, how far do you have to go back, Bruce?
Oh, it's a while. Yeah.
20, it's probably the sand bass thing. It's probably 25 years.
Yeah.
Or better.
Yeah. The thing that I wanted to bring up is that it was normal to go down to leave on an 8-day. And the first place you'd stop was Punta Baja,
right.
South End of Cedros.
Making bait.
Sure.
So bring your sabikis, bring your torpedo or 4-ounce torpedoes and bring your sabikis. Make sure you have enough of them.
Yeah.
The boat will have them, but you want to bring your own. Those owner ones are just top of the line. They make some really good sabikis nowadays.
It's wild.
Yeah. And so you're going to be making bait.
Yeah.
That's it. You're going to be making mackerel. And so you're going to have mackerel outfits also,
Totally.
you know, that whole 865 XH. Right? Like,
yeah,
like a Newell 400.
But it's a part of the game.
Yeah. And I don't want to scare anybody. We got the Everingham Brothers Bait Company. There is going to be plenty of sardines. The sardine's not gone. It's not whatever. But But you look at right. Yeah, exactly.
It's no big deal.
It's not a big deal. But this is just another arrow to have in the quiver.
Yeah.
And a good, and we're in the, again, speaking of like tackle advance, we're in the best spot ever.
Yes.
To fish with gear like that.
Yeah.
In the old days, you needed a Newell 220 and a 196 8-foot rod.
We were
And-
fishing, 332s and 229s at Lejos Rocks.
Yeah, and
that's just getting
crazy.
spooled,
And you're
but
changing.
now you got Trinidads and Talicas.
You're changing drags during a trip with that gear.
Yes,
You know what I mean?
yeah,
and now
that was standard. That was
now,
standard.
yeah, you fish an 800 XLH and a Trinidad 14, and
Yep.
you can land big fish with that gear that still fishes an anchovy grade.
People have a fear of just chovy,
Right.
but
They
Bruce,
just don't swim.
Well, but
You
here's
know, what-
but put it to a sport boat captain's mindset. Is there any better bait to have on the boat for bringing fish to the boat?
God, you can throw so much,
Right?
Yeah,
Dude, it gets
there's
them
no,
lather.
there's like no limit. It's like you're scooping, and you're throwing, and you look down and still got three-quarters of a tank. Like, yes,
yeah. but I don't.
Let's go.
But I don't care if you're fishing sand bass, calico bass, or if you're fishing tuna offshore, yellowtail on a kelp. It keeps them busy. Like it brings them to the boat.
and throwing chovy in the kelp for calicos.
Oh, stop.
It just
Stop.
makes it
They
makes
just
it
go
come alive.
Just
bonkers.
Yeah.
Just doing backflips back there.
Stop right there.
Like we would hope we had chovy,
Yeah.
Like and now we do. Like, oh yeah, let's go.
Yeah.
Let's do this.
Got me all fired up, man.
No, there's nothing.
To throw. Yeah, it's the
Right.
best chum.
It is.
Uh-huh.
So don't be afraid of the whole chovy thing. Like,
no,
hey,
no, just adjust to it, and you'll be fine. You catch just as many fish.
if it's
just as
offshore
big.
fishing, Rick, is there anything better than a current sniper, cold sniper?
I mean, that's what's going
Done.
to make it so cool. If you're, it gives you the ability of pouring it on them. That
Mhm.
fish gets so frothed up, then you get to follow it up and fish your Gucci clear popper, and then the bite is twice as cool. Or like you say, fire a Colt sniper through it. I mean, it's fun. It's different. It's fun. It's really cool.
Yeah.
You get a jig strike and you can just make it rain, and that fish gets right
Yeah.
to the boat.
Yeah.
And you can get, again. Yeah, it's just I'm with it. I'm with every part of it. But I also want to say the same thing. I think, Ed, you're going to jump on your long range trip, and there's going to be plenty of sardine for you to fish as you normally would.
Right,
without
it's a
any
little
question.
different for 8-day guys that are leaving right now.
Yeah.
But dude, they stop and make bait. I mean, it's back to the
Mhm.
good old days.
Mhm.
I mean,
Yeah.
if that's what it comes to.
Yeah.
And Everingham, Rick, like you said, is so good. Everingham Brothers Bait Company. If there's sardine to be made,
Exactly.
They're gonna find it.
they're going to find it.
No doubt.
And if we're in a cycle of chovy, just suck it up and
And not every boat gets the same bait. Meaning, if you see anchovy on the half-day trip, that doesn't necessarily mean it's going to be the same bait for an 8-day trip.
Right.
There's
Oh,
just
yeah.
different boats have
Oh, yeah.
different requirements, different wants, and different needs. And the bait company is as accommodating as they can be. Sometimes they can't, and sometimes they can. And so they try to keep the best bait for whatever trip's on. So if bait's got to be able to, some bait needs to be able to, go through a 10-degree water change difference because it's living in San Diego, but it's going 1,000 miles away from home, and other bait doesn't, So yeah, those guys are they're the best. We're just so lucky we got them. That's for sure.
I agree with you for sure.
Yeah, lots of fun. Well, hey, when we come back, we got more Let's Talk Hookup coming your way. We got more info coming up. We got more catch reports. We've got Gundy Gunderson, our surf guru. He is standing by. We're going to be checking in with the catch report. I know it's Corey's favorite report. And again, if everything has been this good, I can't wait to see how the surf is done. More Let's Talk Hookup coming your way. You stay tuned on the Let's Talk Hookup app, Facebook and YouTube Live, and 97.3 The Fan.
Anyone that's been to the Eastcape knows Smokey's Curing Company Cantina, the best food and drink in Los Barillas, and a fun place to hang out and watch your favorite sporting event. If you're lucky, you probably had Smokey's process your fish to take home. Their quality and service is top-notch. You'll see me at Smokey's Cantina hanging out with the owner, Chris, and my buddies when fishing in the East Cape. And we always send our fish to be processed at Smokey's, too. Now Chris has added one of the finest boats in the East Cape available for you to charter for a day or more of fishing. Vaquera. It's an immaculate 35 Cabo with a seakeeper and Captain Diego Romero, one of Baja's best. If you're looking for a great charter boat when fishing at Palmas, Playa, or other resorts, Vaquera booked at BajaSmokies.com should be your choice. So when you're headed to the East Cape, be sure to stop by Smokies Curing Company Cantina. Send your fish to be processed there and fish aboard the 35 Cabo Vaquera. Check BajaSmokies.com for more details.
Hey guys, this is Ali Husseini from Local Knowledge and BD Outdoors. I'm a lucky guy in so many ways, and one thing I'm really grateful for is my little brother Yosef. Yosef is not only a fellow angler, but he's also an amazing realtor that specializes in helping us in the angling community find the ultimate home. If you own a home, get a free no-obligation evaluation online now by typing in SoCalHomeEval.com. That's SoCalHomeEval.com. All you do is put in your address and you'll get a home value report immediately sent to your email. No pressure, no obligations, just answers. Yosef is the SoCal real estate go-to guy. He's helped me and so many of my fellow fishing buddies find what they're looking for in a home. He knows anglers and he understands the real estate market. Not only that, but he's also a really nice guy. How many brothers can you say that about? Go to SoCalHomeEval.com and find out where you stand in the real estate market, and then get with Yosef and find your ultimate home. Again, go to SoCalHomeEval.com and we'll see you on the water.
I believe there is no doubt that the finest sport fishing in the world starts right here in San Diego. This is Captain Frank Lopresti. Our fleet of long-range boats and crew are unmatched, and the Royal Polaris and Shogun are right at the top of the list. Captain Jonathan Yamati and his crew aboard the Royal Polaris are considered to be the finest long-range vessel in the world. From summer bluefin, yellowtail, and wahoo to giant yellowfin tuna, our record is unmatched. The Shogun, under the direction of Captain Rene Monteagudo, has become one of the most popular long-range boats in the fleet. This big, wide, solid riding vessel has gained a reputation for catching fish and treating their customers to an epic vacation on the water. I am so proud of Jonathan, Rene, and the crews on both the Royal Polaris and Shogun, as they have helped me keep the reputation of the premier vessels in the long-range fleet. Come see for yourself. Book a trip on the Royal Polaris or Shogun today. Check RoyalPolarisSportFishing.com or ShogunSportFishing.com, or call Monica or Jen in the office at 619-226-8030.
KWFN and KWFN HD1 San Diego.
Hey, what's up, guys? It's Braden Soprenet. I bring the full San Diego lifestyle to the mic. Beach, ball, and chill vibes. Tune in weekdays from 10 to 2 on 97.3 The Fan.
And Odyssey Sports Station. This program is sponsored and produced by Let's Talk Hookup. Opinions and offers expressed during this program are not those of Odyssey or 97.3 The Fan. Sometimes they tell some pretty hefty fish stories. We don't know if they're true or not.
And now it's time for more of Southern California's sports fishing voice. Let's Talk Hookup. This portion of the show is sponsored in part by Ford, the official truck of Let's Talk Hookup. Shimano Rods and Reels. Fish with the best. Shimano. And by Yamaha Outboards, official motor sponsor of Let's Talk Hookup. Here we go. Another great hour of Southern California's sports fishing voice. Let's Talk Hookup. Here's Pete Gray, Rock Cod Rick Maxa, and Cory Sanden.
All right, welcome back. Hour number 2, Let's Talk Hookup coming your way on the Let's Talk Hookup app, Facebook and YouTube Live, and 97.3 The Fan. We are having such a great show. Lots of fun with Bruce Smith from ECBT joining us. And Bruce, what is the name of the guide service? We keep saying Freshwater Bass Guide.
Bass Outdoors.
How do
But
we
you can
find
look. Yeah, you can look me up on Facebook just under Bruce Smith, but BAS Outdoors.
I love it. Yeah, having a great time talking fishing, saltwater, freshwater, and man, what just a fun time today has been, Cory. All subjects are on the table today.
Right, exactly, and giving away $100 gift card to ECBT. You can step in on a is it Thursday and Sunday and see Bruce and spend your $100.
I'm there for opening, and so we open at 5:00 in the morning, which
Isn't that crazy?
as all bait shops should.
Yeah.
And then 4:30 on the weekends. But yeah,
4:30 in the morning on the weekend.
Yeah.
Wow. Same, fam. Yeah,
like tournament time. There's a line. There's a line at 5:00 in the morning, of guys buying stuff going to the lake.
I mean, I'm an early guy,
Yeah.
but 4:30 in the morning.
They have one of those in the morning now. Well, we're having a great time and talking about great fishing. And speaking of great fishing, we're going to see if it continues. We got the surf guru, Gundy Gunderson, is standing by this morning. What's up, Gundy?
Gundy.
Hey, how's it going, Jeff? Good show.
Dude, having a blast this morning, Gundy. I knew we were close to being up against the time when we had to take a break, and I just wagered with fishing being as good as it has been, there was no way we were going to risk rushing a Gundy report. I figured it was too good, so we wanted to wait till the second hour. So thanks for hanging with us, buddy. How's the fishing going?
Yeah, we got plenty to report. one thing about the bait you guys were talking about in the previous session, I stood on that bait receiver for almost 20 years. And, I used to say God still rules from the breakwater out. You know what I mean? So the guys try to catch it, and sometimes it works most of the time, and sometimes you don't. Like some of the most challenging days I had was when I had pinheads and bow hunk. So I had the little tiny 1, 2 inch, 2.5 inch, 3 inch bait, and then I had 12-inch sardines, and just to watch the guys pull their hair out. But I would tell them, there's nothing you can do about it at this point. You just have to change your strategy. And, one of the things about the pinhead is an incredible chum, so you gotta kind of change your focus, and then the bow hunks could make good chunk bait. So you really got to change, what you do. You can't just allow yourself to go south because your bait choice ain't right. That's just the best advice I can give there. But anyways, let's start up at Santa Barbara. Hook, line, sinker reported good show of Corbina, mostly south of the harbor, Carpinteria, Oxnard. The water there is 66, sand crabs showing real good, and some guys using mussel, lugworm, some of those other baits also working. Good halibite, mostly north of the harbor up towards Goleta. That way, 18 to 25-inch fish. Not real big fish, but real eager biters. Just Fishing reported very good Corbina fishing. Torrance, Hermosa were probably the best areas. Lots of sand crabs. If you can find a soft shell, all the better. Steady halibut bite all through South Bay beaches. Same grade of fish, 18 to 30 inches, taking soft jerk baits, hard jerk baits, that sort of thing. And then a handful of stripers up there at El Segundo, and that's a pretty regular thing. Catch 'em Tackle in Newport reported very good Corbina fishing, river jetties, street jetties near the pier. Dana Point Hogan's reported very good Corbina fishing in Capo Bay with we got the full moon, strong tides, lots of crabs, water temperatures pushing 67, which gets those fish a little more active. And then I got this report up and down the coast, some good bass fishing, a lot of calico bass and sand bass in the shallows just outside the surf line off the piers. And, we haven't seen these numbers of bass for a while. It's kind of encouraging, so something to think about. Long rod, strip of squid, something like that, a frozen anchovy. And then finally, Oceanside, they posted a 22-inch Corbina was the best of the week. They got a Corbina Derby just starting there, and they said they're just seeing lots of fish. That red tide's finally moved out. Water temperatures, like I said, pushing that 67, 68. So we're getting into the prime zone, and I would just look forward to really good Corbina fishing probably from this way out. We're in July, and we still have relatively cool water temperatures, but I'm calling it right now. It's going to be a late bloomer this year.
I dig it, buddy. Well, certainly great fishing up and down the beach. 22-inch Corbina. We can handle that for down this way, and more good things to come. Gundy, a fantastic report. Great info too on the bait receiver, man. You're gonna get what you're gonna get, and we just be glad that we don't have to start our day with a cast net in shallow water, dinging props up, trying to make bait before every trip. The fact that you can just pull up to it and throw a couple bucks somebody's way and load your tank is still pretty special.
Yeah, that's something I also would remind guys that, we provide a service, and if you want to get up at 2 a.m. and go wrap a lampara net around a school of moving anchovies in the dark, go ahead.
Yeah. Every day of the week without a break for about 9 months out of the year.
Yeah, and you can't miss either. Yeah, you got to keep it in perspective, guys.
Gundy, a fantastic report, buddy.
I love it.
Thanks, bro. We'll talk to you real soon.
I think he left people's heads spinning talking about bow hunks.
Yeah, right. What are those?
Right. I think there's a tremendous
saddle
amount
on
of people that have no clue, and it's like a 11 to 13-inch sardine, which they call bow hunks, which a fly fisherman would be stoked. Oh my gosh,
little zooplankton imitation.
Exactly.
26 hook. Yeah. Take it. Well, hey, appreciate it very much. That report's brought to us by Surf sportfishtackle.com for all your surf fishing needs. Best way to check it out. Phones have been packed up. Again, if you want to get through, it's 833-288-0973. I had a fun text. Says, good morning, guys. What a great show. I went to ECBT a couple weeks ago to grab some stuff for a trip. I told Bruce that I was going out with Brandon on bite sport fishing, and he loaded my reels with fresh braid, and without hesitation, he told me to grab a certain style of hook and a certain size of sliding sinker. When I got on the boat, Captain Jake said I needed to rig up exactly what Bruce had recommended. I ended up with 2 sea bass for the night. One was 40, the other was at 55.
Wow.
Goes to show you, without hesitation, swing in to get your gear for your saltwater trip at ECBT. A huge thanks to Bruce, and that's from Rory Lakeside.
Oh, that's cool
That's
because
awesome.
I know exactly who that is, and he's like, I'm going sea bass fishing. Oh yeah, who with who? He's all Brandon Hayward. I'm like, oh nice. He's like, oh yeah, he's on some fish, but he won't tell us where we're going to launch from. Where I'm supposed to meet him at until an hour before we launch.
Come on.
Yeah.
I love it. I love that. That's great.
Yeah.
Oh, that's cool.
So I said, well, you could be doing, squid nest fishing, or you're going to be fishing the kelp line. So this is what you need.
Yeah.
This is, go this direction. Yeah.
That's awesome. Well, clearly it was right, man. I knocked
Yeah.
out a 40 and a 55.
Dude,
the same
that's
night.
incredible.
That's awesome.
Yeah.
Yeah. Very cool, Rory. Congratulations on that.
Yeah. Brandon's on some big ones.
Yeah, no doubt.
Big
That's
ones.
cool.
Yeah, it's crazy.
Yeah, when you start seeing, the hero shot at the end of the night and everybody's got a 60-pounder hanging,
Yeah.
like that's when a lifetime holy grail fish, and when every guy's holding one up, is
Yeah.
something pretty special.
Yeah.
That's cool. Well, let's jump back into those phones, Corey.
Let's do that. How about, I think that's Tommy P. Do I see Tommy P on there from
Nice.
Sereno Valley? Good morning, Tommy.
Yes, you do, boys.
Yes.
Good morning. Good morning.
Good morning, Tommy.
Just good morning. A couple of comments here. If you don't have chovies for the kelp, you better get Cory's baits, because Cory's baits definitely work for calico bass in the kelp, I got to tell you. But also, I just want to applaud Bruce and his San Diego Bass Fishing podcast, because he had Tom Laurie on there a couple weeks ago. And if you haven't seen this podcast and you really want to know what happened and what the negotiations were to go through to get this thing passed for the city lakes, it's an incredible podcast. I would highly recommend
Extensive.
listening to it.
Yeah.
So it's called San Diego Lakes Fine. And Bruce, I think it was on there, a week and a half or 2 weeks ago?
Yeah, it's 2 weeks
something
ago.
like that.
Yeah. Yeah, it was 2 weeks ago.
But it was good. And then also Rob McGargle, these guys were forefront in this fight. And this fight is still going on, like he says. I mean, it's a major battle that was won, but the war continues.
Yeah.
And next budget session, 26, 27, all this stuff's going to come up again.
Sure.
So, I just want to implore people to stay involved. And Bruce, maybe you can comment about how people can stay involved in this, because it's not going away.
Right. Yeah. And we're that's the next line that we're working on now, is to take the lakes out of the city's council's control and give them to the county.
It's so, you know what? It's so,
So we're not going through this budget battle every year. Why are they on the chopping block every year?
It's crazy.
It's like low-hanging fruit for them. Oh, we'll just take the lakes. We'll just take money from the lakes.
here's
It's
the
like,
thing.
no, you're not. We can't.
Bruce, those that live in San Diego know there's a spider web of new bike lanes all through the city.
Oh.
Taking away parking, businesses are affected. However, do they pay anything to use those lanes?
No,
Nothing.
No.
Like
take.
Right. Right. And
Yeah.
cost millions to put
Yes.
that out, right?
Yes. Yeah.
The city lakes are paying for themselves.
Yes.
There's nobody helping you launch. There's nobody overseeing anything. No.
Yeah, and
Yeah.
I mean,
they're pumping out the heads.
I'll
That's
step
the
down on-
main
hey.
the biggest money that's the biggest expenditure for the lakes, is to keep the heads clean, the toilets.
My
And-
gosh.
yeah.
Crazy.
Yeah.
I'll step down off my soapbox.
I know.
I'm sorry.
It's easy to get up on there. But we're working towards getting the structure changed, so we don't have to keep going through this battle every year.
So the control could go to the county?
Morena's already controlled by the county, which the water is still owned by the city, but the land around it is controlled by the county. They gave it over to the county a number of years ago, 2000
decades. No.
Yeah, like in the late 90s.
Yeah.
So the
So
system's
we're trying
already
to
in
do the
place.
same thing with
Yeah.
El Cap, Sutherland. those are what we're working for right now. I don't know if we'll ever get Savicini out of their control, but Sutherland and El Cap are
doable.
Yes.
What
And
about Otay?
Hodges too. We'll see. I don't know. Hopefully Otay.
Yeah, I mean, who knows?
Yes.
You know, if you can get it's just foot in the door. If you can do that, and it becomes successful.
Oh, they're making tracks. The Friends of Lakes are making tracks.
That's awesome.
Yeah, it's going to happen.
I dig it.
It's just it's politics.
Yeah, time, money, and the right people.
Mhm.
Yeah,
Yeah.
totally. Well, hey, with that, we got a really cool opportunity on fishing coming up, and that is on board the Royal Star. As you know, it's been a crazy busy year, very difficult to get on, some of the trips, and there's a couple of great openings. We have a Let's Talk Hookup trip July 19 through the 23rd coming right up. And then also there's a trip July 26th through August 2nd. A couple of great opportunities to go fishing aboard the Star. It's been a very, very busy year. And boy, with this great bluefin fishing, what better time than that? So again, if you're looking for an opportunity to slide in on a trip that's got a couple openings, again, Royal Star, July 19 through 23, and then July 26th through August 2nd. And you can always give Tracy a call at the Royal Star office for more information. You can get through it through the Fisherman's Landing. But yeah, a couple of great opportunities to go jump on board the Royal Star. Well, phones are packed up. Same with the text, Cory. Let's jump right back into them.
Let's do that. How about Jim, our buddy from National City? Good morning, Jim.
Hey, good morning, guys. Hey, Bruce, I want to mention a couple of things. First, East County Bait and Tackle. Very, very good tackle shop. Very, has all the top lake and saltwater, but mainly their thing is lake fishing, and it is excellent. But, Tommy T was on there, Bruce, and I wanted to say that Tommy has been my go-to guy as far as what's going on at the lakes. As you know, he went to all the council meetings, and when that Tommy P gets a bite into something, he's like a pit bull. He is on that, and he's going to stay on that. And he was my guy that informed me what was going on with the city lakes. And of course, he mentioned you and the bass clubs that were all involved in that fight. And that's what that was. That was a fight, and it needs to be corrected. And I just want to applaud you and Tommy P and the bass clubs for what you guys have done to save our portion of the city lakes. And that's a great tackle shop you're affiliated with. And I live down here in the South Bay, and I also go to Lemon Grove Bait and Tackle. I don't know if you're affiliated with that bait and tackle shop, but it's closer for me. So a lot of times I will go there, and it's also an excellent bait and tackle shop. So thank you for the time, guys, and continue the good work. Thank you.
Good call, Big Jim. Appreciate the phone call very much. Hey, another great friend and buddy of the show. We got Scott Sherman on the line this morning. What's up, Sherm?
Hey, morning, guys. Another good show. Love the topic about the city lakes, and having been down there, I might have a couple of suggestions. We just won this battle at City Hall and getting the funding back for the lakes, but that's this go around and not the next. And I tell you what, city council members don't often get emails that say thank you for doing that. And I know it's trying to get it into the county, which it should be, but in the meantime, we're still going to have to deal with the city. So I'd encourage people to send emails to those council members who voted to put this back in the budget and just say, hey, thank you for looking after our interest, and we appreciate it, and it won't go unforgotten.
It's good tip, Sherm, for sure. Appreciate that. That's certainly a good call.
And if you guys need any help with the county and want me to get in contact with a couple of my friends over there, feel free to reach out to me after the show here. And
that's
awesome. I'll see if I can help move that ball a little bit.
How cool.
Getting it out of the city.
Is this the Scott Sherman I think it is?
Into the county.
Yeah.
Okay.
Formal city council.
Yes. Right.
Yeah, and always keeping the yellowtail and yellowtail honest at the Coronado Island, Scott Sherman.
Yeah, we miss you. We should come back.
Yeah, come back. Let's do that.
But yeah,
Yeah, I'd be glad to help out. And you got to remember, at the end of the day, the people down there at the city, they don't care about the recreation side. It's all about the water side of it.
Yes. Yeah.
And they'd rather keep people off of the lakes, period. If you were to talk to them down there. So moving it to the county is the best thing that you could possibly do.
Well said. Sherm, hey,
And
appreciate
I'm happy to help.
Thank you, Scott.
Appreciate the phone call very much, and glad to hear it, man. And glad to see you keeping those yellows of the islands on us too.
Yeah, well, we got some pretty good tuna. We did that 120 pounder the other day too. So
nice,
we're getting
good job.
both, buddy.
Yeah, Scott, appreciate the phone call very much, buddy. Thanks for that. Hey, I had a fun text come through. This one is good morning, guys. I was wondering if Bruce can dip back into the saltwater side of things. I'm looking to get a new surface iron outfit, and I'm really torn between new school composite rods and an old school glass rod. I know there's differences between the two. Am I better going old school or going with going with the new technology?
You're not going to want to hear this, but
I
want to hear it. I'm all fiberglass.
Yeah,
I'm an all fiberglass guy, and even though all of my crankbait rods, which are super parabolic and they emulate the whole surface iron thing because you're throwing a long distance, I'm still like, I go back. If I'm going to throw a surface iron, I'm going to go with a 10-foot fiberglass rod, like the J100, 100J. That's me personally. That's what works for me. And I like how soft they are. I don't like the fast composites or graphite or whatever for jig fishing and specifically.
And there's nothing, I mean, there's a reason that you can still buy the same CalStar 100J today that you could have, 30 years ago. And don't necessarily think that fiberglass is just old school either. CalStar just produced for the first time a fantastic surface iron rod in that new 95.
Right. I just had one. We have one in the shop right now. We just got it in.
Yeah,
and we were all like, oh wow, this is it's a 95.
Yeah, it's
different.
It's not a 100J that was cut down. It's not a 90. It's its own.
Right.
It's its own mandrel and a cool. If just to answer your specific thing, it's a cool blend of the two. One of the things Chris and John have done up there is new guide technology has come such a long way too. In the old days, you always had stainless steel ring guides on 100J because they were the most durable guide option out there. Today, that's not the case. A brand new set of Fujis is probably twice as strong as like the solder that holds a stainless steel ring into place. Those new guide inserts are pressed and into place, and it's not just an epoxy that wears down and the guide insert pops out. In terms of repair at the store these days, we see probably 2 to 1 a solder fail on a stainless steel ring as we do a newer style insert come out of a guide. But you can get those 90Js and 100Js now from the factory with Fuji guides on them.
Yeah,
and that new 95 is awesome. I like that thing a lot.
Yeah, it was impressive rod. So that 95, I'd look at that 95.
Yeah, but you're an old school fiberglass guy.
Yeah.
Now,
my SJ100 Seekers and the CalStar 100Js are still in play.
Now, what about the real side of things? Do you stay old school and fish with a Newell, or do you go buy a new Trinidad 20?
Well, that's another thing too. It's like one or the other.
Yeah.
I love them both. I prefer Newells, but God, you can cast those new Trinidads. They cast so far and they're so smooth. It's a hard.
And the drag system on them too. I mean,
I think the Newell thing is just,
it's in your bones.
That's what we used to do. And it's still cast really good.
Sure.
I love them and they're fun to use and people make comments. So it's a conversation starter even. But if I was going out to buy, a new outfit, I'd definitely get a Trinidad,
The big thing is too, nowadays, a long rod is, it's got to be so much more multi-use than it was back in the day. Before, you needed to catch a yellowtail and a calico bass with it. And now that same outfit, you're also wanting to catch a 100-pound bluefin when you're casting a surface iron at a foamer school. And there's just so and that's where, and then again, that's where the composite argument starts to come in because there's no question nothing loads like all fiberglass, but boy, it sure is nice to have a rod that wants to be straight and provides lifting power. If you're trying to pull on something big.
Yes, right.
A lot of things to a lot of guys. And that's the beauty of going to a shop like that, where you can lay everything on a line. This is the type of fishing that I do. These are where I'm going. This is what I'm thinking. And nowadays there's so many good options that you can really start to hone in on exactly what somebody's doing.
I just think Bruce, it would be cool to spend a day with you on the water. Like as a listener listening to this, how do you not want to go spend 6 hours with Bruce Smith on El Cap?
Yeah, right. That's how I feel about it.
Yeah, I mean,
come on out,
right?
Yeah, I'm in. Let's do it.
Count me in.
Yeah. Well, hey, with that, we're going to find out what's going on the water. We got our fishdope.com report coming up, Cory.
And it's brought to us by Fisherman's Processing in San Diego. It's where you get your premier processing experience. You can check out the easier online system to book your processing for your long-range trips. And with more team members, Fisherman's Processing stays far ahead of the rest. And with more same-day capacity and the finest customer service, you can stop by their location in Old Town and Taylor Street, or you can check them out at fishermansprocessing.com. And don't forget to make a reservation today.
Hey, we got the Anglers Realtor. Yusuf Husseini is on the line right now. What's up, Yusuf?
Yusuf.
Much, guys. How are you?
Doing great,
good.
buddy. Good morning. Let's we were anxiously awaiting this report, man. These are the fun ones.
Yes, sir. It's that time of year for us that we were all waiting for all year. I'm going to start up north, San Miguel and Santa Rosa Islands. It's the same deal up there, kicking out sea bass. Over at Beecher's Bay area, lots of squid still around. Also halibut in the 6 to 25 pound range over there. St. Nick, same deal. Sea bass have been pretty good. There's also some decent sand bass fishing over there. Catalina Island, Pacific Carnage struck out trying to make squid on Thursday night, so they're gone. They're going to be returning back to Long Beach Tuesday or Wednesday night. Same deal there, still white sea bass and yellowtail on the back side. There are some smaller yellowtail on the front side, as well as the 3Bs, and it's all biting pretty good. San Clemente, big yellowtail caught around Pyramid Cove area, along with some sea bass and halibut. These are the larger models, all coming off of the squid as well. Excuse me. Dana Point to Oceanside, there's some sea bass around there as well. Tabletops in Cardiff and off of Solana Beach, as well as the sand bass and calico fishing has been pretty darn good off of the hard bottom. Del Mar to La Jolla down to Imperial Beach, it's the same kind of deal. It hasn't gone off. The water rolled down there, so it's a little on the colder side. The big news is the sand bass on the IB Flats. It's
so cool.
Pretty good like it used to be. 65 to 90 feet of water, pretty much all you can get. Bigger models as well. The bluefin fishing offshore, it's the same deal as well. They're up on the Clemente Ridge area, from there to the 43. Everything out there on the Clemente Ridge is usually bigger models, 80 to 200 pounds. There are some smaller models being caught at night as well. Down 302, 425, 371 area, same deal. These are smaller fish. There's yellowtail out there on the patties. There's been some pretty good yellowtail scores as well on some bigger ones. That's all I got for you guys.
That's all. What do you mean?
I was gonna say, well, that'll do just fine, buddy. That's awesome.
I could keep going.
It's so fun to have all the options open, and you can bend it inshore, you can swing it wide offshore, and know that whichever direction you go, there's good fishing to be had. And that's the beauty of a fishdope.com, is keeping you in the loop of everything that's going on, not only directions and what's happening, but they kind of, with that hot bite icon, you can see where the trend is going and see which direction that fish is moving. There's sea surface temperatures, there's weather information, everything you need. And you can save $30 off of a new membership by using the code Hookup now. It's all lowercase, no space, saves you $30 off of a new subscription to fishdope.com. And boy, if we want to get the latest in trends and good opportunities on the real estate side, how do we find you, Yusuf?
You can get me on my cell phone, 619-277-2169. You can get me on my website at sportsmansrealty.com. You can also get a free home evaluation at SoCalHomeEval.com.
Such a great service to use, too. Even if you just want to dip your toe in the water, find out where you're at, see what your property value is like. If you're thinking about making a move or just knowing where you're at, it's a great source for great information. And it's awesome. Everything you guys do is so killer, and you certainly put the right personal touch to it.
Really appreciate that.
Awesome. Yusuf, a great job with a great report for Fish Dope. Appreciate it, and we'll talk to you next Sunday.
Take care, guys.
All right. Thanks, buddy. Appreciate that.
All right. And it's sponsored by Summit Gasoline at the San Diego Sports Arena. It's a place to fill up your car, truck, and boat with the lowest gas and diesel prices. And did you know Summit also is the place to get the lowest prices on ice and snacks for your trip. Over 40 snacks, all at 89 cents. And now you can get burritos and sandwiches for your trip, all made fresh daily. And ice is nearly half the price of other places and only $3.99 for a 25-pound bag of ice. You get 100 pounds of free ice with a 35-gallon fill-up. Summer gasoline at the San Diego Sports Arena and free ice for the listeners. How about that? Man?
Sportsman friendly.
Dude,
imagine that.
Right?
Gosh.
It is. It's
yeah.
I've been there.
Good for them.
And seriously, the lowest prices. They're like look at Costco and think just a shade lower than that.
I'm going.
I went by the other day.
Stop there on the way home.
Fuel is sub $4 a gallon. Like, when's the last time you filled up in San Diego and saw 3 in front of everything? Yeah. It was $3.99 fuel. And you get 100 pounds of free ice. You get a car wash for like $6. They're just awesome. Yeah, I really, really like that place. And they really do. I mean, you can buy, minor amounts of gear. You can get licenses there. They've got they're just cool. It's just a really cool shop. Breakfast burritos are made every morning when you're going on the skiff. It's just rad. They're a good spot.
If you live in San Diego,
I'm definitely going there.
Yeah.
I haven't been there, but I'm going to go check it out on the way home.
It's cool. Yeah.
But if you're in Orange County, LA, and you're not familiar, it is literally on your way. It's a half a mile out of your way if you're going to Dana Landing and Mission Bay to launch your boat. It is literally less than a half mile out of your way if you're going to Shelter Island launch ramp.
Yeah, pull-throughs are huge. Real easy to get a boat trailer in and
that's
out.
That's key.
Yeah,
everybody that tows a boat, that's what you look for when you're going to fill your boat up.
And
is pull-throughs, easy access.
Yeah, and I can just slide off the road into this one and slide right back out and not have the pain. Yeah, it's a good one, no doubt. Summit Gasoline at the San Diego Sports Arena. Phones are absolutely packed up. Same with the text. I had a fun text I wanted to read from John in Mira Mesa. It says, "Good morning, guys. Bruce, in your opinion, what San Diego city lakes are both kayak friendly but also provide good topwater frog fishing opportunities? Lastly, what's the best time of year if I want to get a bite of the frog?"
100% lower Otay.
Okay.
100%. There's good access around the lake. You can launch off the road. There's a north point you can launch off. You can launch off next to the launch ramp. So there's great kayak float tube access, and it's probably the best frog lake in San Diego for sure. And it's biting on the frog right now. So go today. It's only open 3 days a week, Wednesday, Saturday, Sunday, but go one of those days, preferably a Wednesday, and you'll catch them on a frog.
And I think there's
next Wednesday, this week.
There's sections of it that you can only get to maybe by kayak, like that extra cast length that you can't get to from
all the way in the back of Harvey. It's so low right now that it's like earlier this year, before the water was as low as it is now, we were already pulling our trolling motors up, lifting the motor up, and like it was
sliding
with the trolling motor trying to get back, and it was still another 100 yards of water.
All kayak
and you could see him back there like boiling around. So it's
cool.
very kayak friendly. That's very kayak friendly. Yeah.
We had Ron Lane from Fast Lane Kayaks on the other day. That's the other thing. You want to talk about a vessel that's different now than it was 15 years ago.
Oh man.
You can build yourself a very cool rig. And I was telling the story a while ago. We were at Barrett last year. On the trolling motor, my wife and I were on our way back to the Hauser arm to fish, and we got passed by a guy in a kayak. I mean, legit, it passed and walked away from. You know what I mean? Like full big giant graph, and he was standing up and he had a stern motor for speed, and then a trolling motor on the bow. Like this thing was so dialed. Like this guy's passing us, and not only did he catch us, but he left us in the dust too on a kayak. It was rad. It was really cool. There's some pretty serious rigs these days. Well, hey, let's jump back in. Corey, did you have a text, or you want to go to a phone?
Whatever you want to do. I have a text, and it comes from Darren and Menifee. Howdy, Rick, Corey, and Captain Bruce. Fishing Diamond Valley and Skinner. I'm mostly successful with worms and crawfish baits. What are some traditional successful reaction baits in San Diego City lakes?
Reaction baits? Buzz bait. You can always go good with the Zara Spook, but down here, chatterbaits for sure. Buzz baits, chatterbaits, crankbaits, and deeper crankbaits too. Not necessarily just square bills, but like the 6XDs, 8XDs, 10XDs.
Getting down 12, 15.
Yeah, 16 feet. Yeah.
Yeah. Wow.
Yeah. Even deeper if you drop in line pound test, smaller diameter line, you'll be able to drop it down to 20 feet. that 10XD, you get down there in 20 feet.
Dude, a buzzbait bite is like.
But buzzbaits, yeah.
Are you kidding me?
Oh yeah, it's good.
That's wild to me thinking that bait is going to just run down to 20 feet. You cast it on your bass rod and that thing's digging down to 20 feet.
Yeah.
It's crazy.
The DRT just came out with one that runs 40 feet.
Come on.
Yeah, on a cast.
Come on.
40
Yeah,
feet?
40 feet.
That's
what they're advertising,
You're
and
a
it's a giant.
I'll bet.
It's a giant crankbait.
Dredging the bottom.
Yeah,
That's wild.
Yeah. So they're really pushing the limits at this point. But standard 10XDs, they're $15. Get them at East County, and they'll get you down there. If you're fishing it on 12, 15-pound test, it'll get you down there 16, 20 feet. Yeah.
Is that a fluorocarbon thing?
Fluorocarbon helps because it does sink, and mono, floats, and so fluorocarbon helps.
And where do you toe the line between fishing a big bait that's down and dredging the bottom and needing fluorocarbon, but also like you were saying, it's still San Diego County and you got to be stealthy as you can. Like how heavy a line does one fish on something like that?
Since it's more of a reaction type bait, you can get away with heavier line and even 16-pound, but it comes down to where you want to fish it, not necessarily if they're going to bite it or not. For a reaction type of bait. Now, if you're fishing like a feeding type of bait, like a plastic worm, whatever, the line diameter is going to matter a lot more because they're sitting there looking at it,
Sure.
And but when it's a reaction bait and it's coming at them fast and they have to make a reaction,
go heavy.
You could almost go straight braid,
please,
kind of thing.
Okay.
Just as an example.
Sure.
Yeah.
So you can get away with a heavier line. It's just a matter of where you want that bait to run.
Got it.
Kind of thing.
Incredible stuff, man. I'm still trying to wrap my mind around winding the crankbait down to 40 feet.
Oh yeah, that's DRT police. It's a crazy bait.
That's crazy. Yeah. Hey, we're going to be right back. You're listening to Southern California Sport Fishing Voice. It's Let's Talk Hookup on the Let's Talk Hookup app, YouTube, Facebook Live, and 97.3 The Fan.
Hi, this is Captain Ray Lopez, owner-operator of the American Angler. I've spent more than half my life aboard the American Angler along with my partners Brian and Lori, developing a team that's as good as it gets. I've been fortunate to spend time in the ocean with so many fine people that I look forward to fishing with. We can't thank you enough for being part of the American Angler family, and if you haven't joined us, we love the opportunity to meet you. Text or call Lori at 619-223-5414 or check AmericanAnglerSportFishing.com.
Looking for the ultimate Alaska fishing experience and the best value in Alaska? Look no further than Kingfisher Charters in Sitka, Alaska. A trip to Kingfisher includes everything you need to make your experience legendary. The finest fishing fleet in Sitka with the best captains, deluxe accommodations, gourmet food, world-class fish processing, and the best part, it's all included for one amazing price. Kingfisher is Let's Talk Hookup's most popular destination. Hundreds of listeners have experienced Kingfisher Charters, and most go back again and again. You have probably heard a lot of big promises from other Alaska lodges, only to find there were lots of hidden charges. Not Kingfisher. Everything is included. 10-hour fishing days, your license, fish processing, super deluxe accommodations, amazing food, airport transfers, and fishing gear. All you bring is your layer clothing, and Kingfisher covers the rest. Kingfisher Charters, your Alaska fishing destination. 800-727-6136 or check kingfishercharters.com.
Have you been looking for a live bait hook that keeps live bait alive? Look no further than Japan's leading fish hook, Gamakatsu. It's the little things that make the difference, and Gamakatsu hooks drive the point home. With an absolute perfect bend and ideal barbs, your bait swims harder and longer. And when you get bit, Gamakatsu hooks bite back with a vengeance. All hooks are not the same. Go with Gamakatsu for infinite success. Gamakatsu, simply the best. Check gamakatsu.com.
This is Pete Gray to tell you about my fishing buddy Dan Hume and his amazing company, Hume Termite. As you know, Southern California is infested with termites. It's a constant battle for anyone who owns a home, and that's where Hume Termite come in. They're strictly termite experts. They start with a thorough inspection to find out why you have termites in the first place, then recommend sustainable treatment options that work. Hume Termite has been controlling my termites for years, and I have recommended them to numerous friends. Did you know 99% of termite companies are commission-based? Not Hume Termite. They're all salaried employees, and with a thorough inspection, they'll help you solve your termite problems, not sell you something you don't need. Let Dan and his crew earn your business through customer service and trust. It's swarming season, and now is the time to call Hume Termite at 760-598-2201. They'll come out and give you honest answers to solve your termite issues. Check HumeTermite.com.
It's employee pricing, and it's happening now at your San Diego County Ford dealers. That's right, employee pricing across a full lineup for trucks and SUVs. A lineup featuring California's #1 truck brand and Ford F-Series, America's all-time best-selling SUV and Ford Explorer, the iconic Ford Bronco, and more. No automaker employs more hourly workers or assembles more vehicles here in America than Ford Motor Company. And that's a commitment your San Diego County Ford dealers share by offering employee pricing to you. It's only for a limited time. Exclusions apply. Hurry to your local San Diego County Ford dealer today.
All right, welcome back to Let's Talk Hookup, and having so much fun with Bruce Smith in the world headquarters here.
Yeah, totally.
Dude, overlooking an incredibly busy,
Yeah.
so many bluefin being unloaded.
I know the boys are getting their butt kicked right now
Dude,
at the shop. I'm glad I'm here right now.
After boat come in. Like,
It's crazy.
I remember waiting out there.
Yeah,
you know,
totally. Waiting
and
for your turn.
That's exactly what's going on this
Yeah.
morning here.
Speaking of which, I think the Fortune's coming in this morning too. Like it's gonna.
I saw the Pegasus.
Yeah.
Fortune's coming in. Pacific Queen. Yeah,
It's happening. Today's a big day.
Incredible.
We were having a blast. You were giving us the rundown during the break about the SoCal Juniors Bass Club
Yes.
and what cool things have been going on.
Yeah.
But before you get to the hardest story, tell us a little bit about the club and everything that you you said it's a big passion of yours too. Is
And
being
this
involved with juniors.
kind of goes along with the lakes too, because these lakes this is where we fish. So this is what these lakes are producing here. And so it's the SoCal Juniors Bass Club. It's for junior high and high school anglers. And it's the only club, as far as I know, in the United States that uses volunteer bass boats, volunteers for the tournaments. So we have 40 kids. It's limited to 40 kids, which is on a lottery because it's hard to get in.
I love that.
And so we put 2 kids per bass boat, and we go take them tournament. We have a tournament for them. And we do 6 a year or 5 a year. And
This is so cool. So they're
Oh,
going
it
to
is.
go on a
It's totally cool.
I'm sure on a very nice rig,
Uh-huh.
and it's all volunteered.
it's all volunteer.
I love this.
Some of the best bass anglers in San Diego,
I'm
Southern
sure.
California for that matter, or whatever, West Coast. It's run by Sean Howwater. It's a Facebook page. It's a Instagram, whatever. Andy Polachek used to run it, and then he kind of handed it over to Sean here in the last few years, which he's done a spectacular job. Both of those guys done a spectacular job getting this.
And it's all for the youth.
And it's all kids. Yeah, like I said, junior high and high school. So my daughters were in it. One of them's aged out. Obviously, she's in college now. Well, actually, both of them are going to be in college here. But but this is Ava's last year, and so we've been in it for 5 years,
so
6
cool.
years now going, and they do this whole big thing every tournament. So we put the kids on the boat, they go fishing, we come back, weigh it in, and then they have food, and they do a big announcements. They give out awards after every tournament. So it's 40 kids, 2 parents per kid, and then maybe siblings. We have 200 people there at weigh-ins, at the whole thing,
How
and
neat is
drive-in
that?
weigh-ins. So they get the fish out of the boat and they walk them up to
so rad.
and announce it, and it's a big deal. It's a great club.
What a cool
They
program.
do fundraisers, they do cleanups, they do
But so in competing, does it end up anywhere?
So that's the point that we're getting to, is that we send kids to nationals every year.
So does this happen nationally? Kids from Washington State and Florida.
There's high school teams all over the United
in,
States.
in every state.
Yeah. Oh, and you can only imagine what it is in Alabama,
Right.
or Florida, or Texas, or Oklahoma.
Yeah.
So here we are, this little 40-person club in San Diego, and we sent 4 kids back there this year to Grand Lake.
And is that like a points race? Like how did those?
So they have to
kids-
qualify,
Yeah, right.
and one set of kids qualified through the junior club, and then we have run another set of tournaments, which is, it's not part of the juniors club. It's an open tournament, and anybody can do it. And then we sent another 2 kids from that open qualifying set of tournaments to Oklahoma. They both fished at the same time. The first set of kids, Bryce and Brenner, took 7th in the nationals.
That's incredible.
In the nation.
Crazy.
7th out of 377
Yeah, no
boats.
way.
Okay, so that was in the first tournament. Now in the second tournament, which everybody was invited to, with the World Championships, like I said, 377 boats over a course of 4 days, the kids won.
The whole
No,
thing in
they-
San Diego.
They won. They won first place.
No way.
You're kidding me.
The whole thing.
Chase Sweetman, Hagen
That's
Cox
so rad.
with Dylan Pollard as their captain, who was a past SoCal Juniors.
Oh no.
Oh, he participated in the youth
aged out.
stuff.
He aged out, so he's 18, 19 years old. He was their captain.
That's so sick.
So they all went back to Oklahoma and Grand Lake and competed against 377 other teams
Incredible.
and came out on top.
Bruce, that is so cool.
The first place.
I mean, it tells you
It's insane.
Dude.
It's incredible. Like if they would have finished in the top 100,
Exactly,
it would have
would've
been
been a big deal.
it would have
Yeah,
been
totally.
huge deal. They won.
Won the whole thing.
They won the whole thing.
Congratulations, you guys. That's awesome.
Yeah.
That's amazing. And it's just a testimonial, like, to how good you have to be to fish our city lakes.
Yes.
Like how good they are.
Totally.
Truly.
Uh-huh.
But then I
Yeah,
mean,
they
it's
went
just
back
incredible.
there. Lake they'd never been on.
Yeah.
Found the fish, found the school, found the boating school, and fished it and caught them. And beat the kids that would live in Oklahoma.
Yeah, I was gonna say that's home lake to a bunch of people. Like
Uh-huh.
wherever it is, somebody had home field advantage.
But
That's
there's
cool.
got to be people listening that want to maybe possibly have their youth involved, or maybe sponsorship
Yeah.
is. I mean, there's got to be
Oh
money.
man,
that's-
I mean, yeah, we don't
Like, how do
always
you-
appreciate all of that.
like
No.
anybody that wants to donate money
Mhm.
or
To
sponsorship. or
SoCal
something?
Juniors, yeah, and like I said, it's all a volunteer club, so we have to everything's
Yeah,
homegrown.
You're paying for the hot dogs and everything
Yeah.
everything that happens.
Yeah.
I want to come check it out. When's the
too. That's
next?
really cool.
Is it late in the year for it?
We
now?
have one at Otay, and
Okay.
it is on the first. No, when's the next?
Is it
one?
in August?
Yeah, next one's in August.
Okay.
Well, yeah, and
No, it's on July 19th.
July 19th. Okay, coming up.
Yeah, Lower Otay, last one of the year.
and
So yeah, there'll be 150 people at the end. You know, we weigh in at 1:30. We don't make it a big long day for the
Yeah.
juniors.
Yeah.
So they launch first thing in the morning. We go out, fish for 6-7 hours, actually 6 hours in this time frame, and then weigh in. Drive through, weigh in. They have a tacos. They make all the tacos there. It's the whole
So
taco
cool.
truck
I
thing.
love it.
And which is free to all the parents and the kids. You know, you just get in line, get tacos, and
What
then
if
they
we-
hand out awards.
But what if we want to come check it out?
Oh, come on down.
Okay.
Oh yeah.
I like it.
Yeah, and how difficult, or like, because obviously you've got to provide 40 bass boats and captains. Is that
Yeah,
something
that's
that you
the hard part.
struggle finding? And,
Mhm.
and if somebody was hearing this and wanted to be a part of that, how do they
Through
same
the
thing,
Facebook
just-
page.
Yeah, there's your
'Cause
good
that's-
social media access.
Yes.
Awesome.
Yeah.
Send a message. Hey, I got a
Uh-huh.
boat. I'd love to participate.
Yep.
I've got some money. I want to participate. I
Yep.
want to donate some
He's
gear,
looking.
whatever.
He's looking for boats right now.
Love that.
For this next one.
Yeah.
So
Cool.
he's got about 10
Love
boats.
that.
He's
Yeah.
got about 10 boats. He has never missed
Uh-huh.
the goal mark of 20 boats, but you know it's always not easy.
Yeah.
You know, it's always down to like the last 2 days. You get
Yeah.
struggling to find 5 more boats.
Yeah,
for
you want
the
to get to the
kids.
point where we're turning people away, not struggling to find
Yeah.
the last ones.
Yeah.
Well, that's really cool. I love that. That's a
Yeah,
rad,
Sean
that's a
is
rad
Sean
event.
Hotwater. It's awesome.
And to know they won national, man.
And he sent them back there, and they won nationals.
Oh, super
First place. Like you think of like CIF and state and whatever. That's what these kids did in the bass fishing world. Only they went to the nationals and did it.
That's incredible. And this, I mean, think about it like ECBT, and it's like the headquarters and Central.
Yeah.
It really is.
With Bruce there, and it just like
Mike
Yeah,
Mike is the manager. He's running a spectacular
The whole team
store.
is awesome.
Yeah.
Totally.
but just to know that the hub is like right there. It's in our backyard, right here.
Yeah. Yeah.
That's cool.
That's why we want to keep these lakes open.
Exactly. Yeah, it's fun.
This is the one of the reasons that we want to keep the lakes open.
You would just
people don't understand the potential that we have for money, for the money that they bring into the local community, the gas stations, the tackle stores, the license fees, everything. Millions and millions of dollars come into the lakes, and they just, the city council's like, oh, they're just for water. Whatever. You guys don't. Doesn't matter, but it does matter. It does matter. We're trying to teach them that.
I want them to say that about the bike lanes. These little anyway. I'll step down again.
You just give anything for whoever's job it is to take a pencil to and write a slash through the city. You give anything for them to be sitting in the chair right next to you and hearing how excited everybody is and how great it is and all the opportunities for kids and adults and everybody in between. Like, it's such an important thing.
It is.
And yet somebody who has no idea is like, oh, there's a couple.
I don't even
$1,000,000.
know
We'll just
how many
do
lakes
that.
there are, what names
Right.
there are, whatever, where the water comes from. They just turn the tap on, and that's it. That's it.
That's it.
That's all they care about.
Well, hey, we're having a great time. Lots of great information and still time for you to get through. It's our first time we've had an open phone line since literally the start of the show. If you want to get through, it's been a very busy morning. We got time right now. 833-288-0973. Not only your opportunity to talk to Bruce, but also your shot at winning a $100 gift card to East County Bait and Tackle. We had a great text coming through. It says, hey guys, I'm really digging the show. Can you please ask Skipper Bruce what he misses the most about long-range fishing and owning your sport boat? I love hearing his passion for green bass fishing, and Bruce, your laugh is infectious. That's from Phil in Costa Mesa.
So, it's the whole yellowtail on surface iron deal. Yeah. I mean, wahoo's good, but it's only a very small aspect. You can only do it certain times of the year and very certain small windows. Yeah. But yellowtail is very accessible. And when you get a yellowtail on surface iron, I mean, that's just the whole splash and casting to them and making the cast and watching the fish, the way they move and trying to get it ahead of them and hooking them, much less fighting them in. But
were you ever able to knock off wahoo on the fly rod? I know that wahoo.
I got three.
I know fly fishing is a big passion of yours.
I got 3 wahoo on the fly rod.
Incredible.
Yeah.
That has
I got it on video too.
That's got to be one of the most difficult. Again, you don't talk about like a lot of things having to align themselves in the right spot.
Oh God.
And a fish that's so hard to get a hook.
Yeah.
It's all bone. Like the whole thing is just bone with a teeny bit of skin wrapped around. Like it's so hard to get a hook into them with conventional, very good tackle. With tackle that was made just for getting wahoo fishing, it's still difficult to get a hook into them. I can't imagine doing it with the fly rod.
Yeah, it was. That's definitely a level of achievement in my world.
No doubt.
Like, so we were at Clipperton. And it was just the crew on the boat on the Shogun. We put the people on the island for a radio trip, and it was like, well, we're going wahoo fishing. And I had rigged up all my tackle, ready to go wahoo fishing because this is going to be my time to shine. If I'm going to get one on the fly, it's going to be by myself on the stern of the Shogun while we're at Clipperton Island.
Crazy.
So I ended up getting 3 that day, and we were trolling marauders, and marauder went off, and you roll cast the fly out, and then make a cast, and start stripping in and you'd hook them. But I lost, I don't know how many that day. 10,
can't imagine.
15 that I
Like-
lost,
like-
and then I landed 3.
Unreal.
That's incredible.
Yeah. I got it on video too. I
That's
put it on
so
YouTube.
cool.
Yeah.
That's amazing. I mean,
you have to have all the right tackle.
Yeah,
you have to have
totally.
all the right wire and the flies and the super sharp hooks,
Yeah, and
of
everything's
course.
done legit. That is so cool.
Yeah.
How it's like a 12 weight? Like how big a gear are you
14.
using for that? 14.
Yeah,
Okay,
14
sick.
weight.
That's so cool.
Yeah.
That's
I
crazy.
can't imagine how much one of those things has to rip.
Oh,
when it starts. I can't. Yeah.
So the
cool.
reels are big though. They
Yeah.
carry 300 yards of
Okay.
50-pound spectra.
Sure.
So you have enough line
Yeah.
there, but it is a 1-to-1 ratio.
That's cool.
Is it similar? So, because I'm not the fly dude, right? But is it similar? The reels similar to what we use at Haida Gwaii, like the single action lever?
Yeah.
They're like the same type of reel.
Yeah, 1-to-1.
Oh my gosh, I couldn't imagine.
1-to-1.
The king salmon's enough.
Oh yeah.
Taking line.
Yeah.
I
So
could-
you got to wind it all back after
Yeah,
it peels off 150 yards.
Yeah, you got to turn the handle that many times.
Yeah.
but I couldn't imagine the knuckle busting going on. Right?
Oh yeah, you got to get out of the way. The hard part is clearing the line.
I'll bet.
So you know what I'm talking
Sure.
about.
Yeah, it's all.
And you can see it in a lot of tarpon videos. Is you go and you got them, and then they take off. And so, but you have a pile of fly line here
that
you've been stripping in,
that you're
and so it's got to
go straight.
and so the line is like jumping, and you
trying to grab you
have to
and your
have the
pliers
rod.
and everything else. Like,
yeah, you have to have the rod against your forearm so it doesn't wrap around the butt, because that's one of the main
that's
things.
what gets you.
And let it out under pressure, because you don't want to. You don't want to break them off.
Oh,
and you
my
don't, but you
Lord.
got to keep them hooked up. And so it's zinging through your line. And then once you're on the reel, it's not that big a deal.
Yeah.
But it's
But
that
getting
initial,
there is real tough.
Yeah.
That
getting
is
it
crazy.
Initially
Bruce.
on the reel is the hard,
That's
the hard
gotta,
part.
that has to be one of the highlights of your flight.
Yeah.
career.
Yeah. That
Do you-
striped marlin for sure.
Do you ever,
I got a few striped marlin.
Cool.
with your fly passion, do you ever have fly fishermen come out with you? I mean, is there an opportunity for that?
Boy, it's
difficult.
It's difficult. Bass fishing is one of the hardest things, fly fishing.
Yeah.
It really is. For one thing, people don't really understand it. They think of the big long 50, 70 foot casts on a stream and doing whatever, and it's
The
not
river
like that.
runs through it kind of
Yeah,
thing?
it's not like that in bass
Yeah.
fishing. Fly fishing.
Right.
It's real accurate. It's very short casts, and you're using weighted flies with lead on them and like bunny strips and things like that. But you can go when they're breaking and fish a shad pattern and actually do the whole 50 to 70 foot cast and then strip it back and whatever. So that works too.
There's probably some finesse aspects to it that are great, with the type of flies that you're fishing. But boy, it seems like you got to really want to catch it that way.
Yeah,
you got to really want that.
Yeah, I dedicated a couple of years to doing that. And I was doing seminars for Golden State fly fishers and whatever, and for bass fishing with the fly rod. Really, Barrett's the place to go.
I'll bet.
If you're going to do it, go bass fishing with a fly rod, go to Barrett.
Yeah, go to a place where you're going to get a lot of
There's a lot of them. They bite. They're northern
hungry.
strain. They bite.
Yeah.
So that's it, and it's just a lot easier. But if you're going out to one of these public lakes, you got the card stacked against you. You really do. It's hard.
Well,
Yeah.
I mean, but you're describing fly fishing, period. I mean, the cards are.
It is. I mean, how complex? How can we make this as difficult as possible and still land a fish?
Yeah, that's fly fishing for you. Exactly. Now let's make the handle go backwards.
Yeah,
too,
let's go a 1-to-1 reel.
Yeah, it doesn't need to be that way. Yeah, but it's tradition. We're gonna let the handle go backwards when he takes line off. Oh yeah, you want to pull on the right? Yeah, no, you can't do that. You pull any harder, it's just gonna break. Don't worry about that. It's only made for getting your line
and
out.
you can only use 20-pound tests at the biggest. Like,
oh yeah, there's gonna be 14 connections too from your fly line until you actually tie.
It's like 20-something knots in my leader.
And then I go into a fly shop and check out, like, I want to buy some hackle or, I mean, just I want to buy some stuff to type little crappie stuff.
Yeah.
And it is crazy the amount of stuff in a fly shop.
Oh, yeah.
Oh, geez.
Oh, and what grade of hackle?
Oh, no,
like,
it leaves my head.
What's colors?
Oh,
yeah, colors are secondary. What grade of hackle do you want?
I want to make sure to sneak this one in because I know Bruce will enjoy it. It says, wow, what a great show, you guys. My son Gavin was in Youth Bass Fishing Club for 5 years, and at age 15, he won the California Youth Bass Fishing Championship and was given 2 tickets, which I was a chaperone to the U.S. Championship in Arkansas. 38 states sent youth in. What an experience. There were pros on the lake and youth on the amateur. Now at 25, he's a 6-pack captain, and I highly recommend parents to get their kids involved. This is such a great program. Thanks for everything you guys do, and that's from Cliff and Blossom Valley.
Oh, nice. Yeah.
I love it, man.
Oh, it's such good
Nice.
stuff, man. It's getting the kids involved and having a good time. And we've had a great time with you, Bruce. We're going to be right
Thank you.
back. We're going to find out who's won this $100 gift card to ECBT. Maybe go and see you on a Thursday or Sunday, right?
Come on in.
We're going to be right back on the Let's Talk Hookup app, YouTube, Facebook Live, and 97.3 The Fan.
Whether you're going fishing, diving, or just having fun on the water, there's nothing more worth doing than messing around in boats. So let me ask you, are you ready to upgrade your ride? Boat and Motor Mart of Oakland is your exclusive Western U.S. dealer for Steiger Craft. Created for inshore and offshore waters and laid out with the serious fisherman in mind, Steiger Craft has built a solid reputation for performance and excellent rough water handling. If adventure on the water is what you live for, now's the time to invest in your passion. Call Boat and Motor Mart of Oakland at 510-437-1444. To look at the whole fleet of Steiger Craft online, go to steigercraft.com. Now's the time for a rugged, reliable, and fast Steiger Craft from Boat and Motor Mart of Oakland.
The name that stands out among anglers is Fisherman's Landing, your top choice in local and long-range fishing. Our hardworking crew will make your fishing experience one to remember. We offer the finest open party trips from 1 to 3 days, the best charter boats available, and of course, our world-renowned long-range fleet is second to none. Fisherman's Landing is a full-service sport fishing operation offering great half-day trips on the Dolphin and full-day trips on the spacious and comfortable 85-foot Liberty. With bunks for your comfort, a huge bait capacity, and RSW fish holds to keep your catch fresh. Fisherman's Landing also boasts the best captains and crews in the business, from seasoned veterans to our young future legends. All our open party trips from half-day, full, or 1 to 3 day trips can be easily booked online at fishermanslanding.com or give us a call at 619-221-8500. I'll see you at Fisherman's Landing in San Diego.
When you're offshore fishing, the right gear makes all the difference, and that includes Fujinon stabilized binoculars from Baker Marine. Baker Marine has been selling binoculars for decades, and more importantly, they service all brands right at their San Diego Shelter Island location. Need the best? The Fujinon Staboscope is the professional's choice. Looking for top-tier stabilization at a great price? The Fujinon TechnoStabi TSX 1440 delivers rock-steady vision even in rough waters. Perfect for serious anglers. Baker Marine is the largest Fujinon retailer on the West Coast, and when you buy from them, they will be there when your binoculars need service. Plus, they'll give you a great price on all their in-stock Fujinon binoculars. Stop by their store on Shelter Island in San Diego and test a pair of Fujinon binoculars and see which one is right for you. The fishing season is here, and you know you need a pair of stabilized binoculars. So get them from the experts at Baker Marine. Learn more at bakermarine.com.
Many years ago, Baja pioneer Bob Van Wormer found the area he called the Great Fish Trap in the East Cape of southern Baja and built what is now regarded as the premier East Cape resorts of Palmas de Cortez and Playa del Sol. Today, following in their father's footsteps, Bob's sons, Bobby, Chucky, and Eddie, have taken Palmas de Cortez and Playa del Sol to new levels with the largest sport fishing fleet in Mexico, a luxurious spa, and top-of-the-line resort amenities. Van Wormer Resorts have become a destination for travelers worldwide. But for us, Palmas de Cortez and Playa del Sol are just a short 2-hour flight away. No other tropical fishing destination offers the experience and value that you'll find at Palmas de Cortez and Playa del Sol. Now you can plan your Baja fishing vacation quick and easy by visiting VanWormerResorts.com. And when you're ready to book, it's quick and easy. Or simply call 877-777-TUNA for more information. Van Wormer Resorts, the East Cape's finest.
$40,000.
All right. Welcome back to Let's Talk Up, man. We've had so much fun with Bruce.
Great.
Anyway, only one winner is going to win the $100 gift card. Go ahead and flip it.
Bruce
on
can
the
do the
table.
honors.
Texter today happens to be Phil in Costa Mesa.
Man, congratulations, Bill. I can't get over how fast this 2 hours went rolling by. Bruce, this was really...
I was just mentioning that. The second hour just like flew by.
This was really fun having you. And man, we sure appreciate you taking the time. If somebody wants to go fishing with you through Bass Outdoors, how do we do it? How do we find you? How do we find you? How do we find the podcast? The whole nine. What's in the Bruce
Okay,
world?
so you can text me at 619-7...
Your number
753-0773.
753-0773.
Yeah.
619 area code.
Yeah.
Perfect.
And then but Instagram, Bruce Smith, Bass Outdoors, Facebook, same thing. San Diego Bass Fishing Podcast.
And that's on YouTube.
On YouTube. And we're on Instagram, we're on Facebook. You can look us up through there. We post, all the time on both of them. But the podcast comes out once a week and on Tuesday mornings at 4:00.
And we'll look forward to seeing you. We'll look forward to seeing you at the
East County Bait and Tackle.
Awesome. Hey,
Thursdays and Sundays.
That was awesome, Bruce. Great job. And we're going to look forward to seeing you next Saturday. Anthony from Baker Marine, binocular experts, going to be joining us. That's sure to be a great show. And next Sunday, Jim Hendricks is returning from Saltwater Sportsman, who will be fresh back from the iCast show. Going to be a great show. Looking forward to seeing you next week on Let's Talk Hookup on 97.3 The Fan.
Does it himself. 1-4-3, and that's all for the Giants.
Padres play here. Number